The problem is I was supposed to receive a package today. This is important. They said they left it at the door. They didn't. They left it at the door. So I went to my janitor and said, make sure that they took a picture. And I have to check if they took a picture. So I'm sorry, Crown will be right back. By the way, tomorrow, possibly no nature corn. Shit, I forgot. Let it be, pam pam pam. Let it be, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be. Amazon. Oh no. Okay, good. Please tell me this is a good one. Yeah, it's okay, good. So I have to call Amazon. Look. Close again. So I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, good. Okay, time to word the magic. Amazon phone service. I think they're open 24 hours a day. I know this is not hard talk, but I have to do it right now because I don't want to forget about it. If it's one, you're gonna have more people. No. No. It's not a big deal, but it's like $70. Yes. 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 Okay, good. I'm not in a rush, but just that could avoid that. I waited for 1 week, so ugh. Tomorrow a lot of rain. Formidable. Formidable. Tu étais formidable. Formidable. Tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable. Hello? Hello? Oh, bébé, pardon, mademoiselle. Je veux pas vous draguer, promis juré. Depuis hier, hein, putain. I'll call my mom is coming tomorrow. Yeah. My mom is gonna come tomorrow, and I usually wait for her a little bit, so we'll call her then. Sorry, guys. A little bit of an Amazon problem. Tomorrow, possibly no nature corn. It'll be rainy tomorrow, very rainy, so we gotta take care of that. Okay, back to the tower. So I want to apologize. Lately, we've been playing less and less. The truth is, it's kind of hard to deal with as many playthroughs I'm doing. I understand it's my choice. I understand that I am the master of my own destiny. We are doing progress, a lot of progress. But for example, today I streamed for 5 hours. I've had retro and everything for the whole time. So I do apologize for that. I'm not giving up. Again, it's my fault because I have too many. It's a problem. But at the same time, we're doing something that nobody else is doing. And that's a blessing in itself. Now, to continue with what I'm saying, because I think that I have to draw an own point. Right now, it's very, very hard because, for example, this morning, I played Fortnite. Fortnite was hell, and I had such a good time because I had such a good time because the season is so good. But it was so hard because I was like, okay, well, I'm doing everything and anything. Now tomorrow, we're doing 5 hours of. Well, I'm saying 5 hours, but it might be 4, might be 3, maybe 2. I don't know. Oh, 5 hours is 12. 3, sorry. So the reason I'm saying I don't know the time is because tomorrow's gonna be rain. Sometime when the weather isn't that great. Yeah. And you see, this morning I've had multiple problems with the playthrough, with the storage. I had multiple problems, and it's not a big deal because I woke up and I have the bad habit of, again, I'm repeating myself, but not deleting videos and continuing uploading. So for example, I upload a video that's an hour. It takes 3 minutes to upload. Instead of being like, okay, well, this is finished uploading, let's delete it. I don't delete it. And then what I used to do is I used to star them. So by starring them, like, okay, well, there's a star next to it, I did upload it. But then I start making, I start trying to confirm, is this uploaded? Is this not uploaded? And more of the time it was uploaded, but there was a couple times where it wasn't. And I'm like, okay, well, long term, 1 or 2 doesn't matter. But if I'm missing one every single day, that's not a big deal. Also, what you guys have to understand, which is very important in this whole ordeal, and I cannot stress how important it is, okay? So this is very much so for the intro, but this is also for the Tower Talk. I used to do Tower Talk that were 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, okay? Now I'm doing Tower Talk that are 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours because my phones are full. Because we made some space today. Like for example, right now we are uploading Merchant, and Merchant will be done in. Yeah, didn't check.
Are you kidding me?
That's a big deal for me, but so. Oh, I love that. Everything is uploading. Oh, I love that. See, we checked, so it's good. Okay, good. Good. So it is uploading. Formidable. Oh, formidable. Tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable. Oh, formidable. So yeah, so by making more space, what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to do like bigger files and bigger file. So it's kind of complex because there's still the same amount of time to upload. So for example, like don't ask me why. I swear to God, this is true. I swear to God, this is true. I had a video for VODs. That was 5 hours. And it gave me 55 gigs. And I'm like, what the heck? And I'm freaking lucky with Retro because Retro been filming for 3 days, almost non-stop. And it gave me how much? I think it gave me like 30 gigs. Oh, my apologies. The results though, my apologies, are phenomenal. I'm telling you something, and as much of a shame as it is, if I was to watch a playthrough, I would watch retro. Why? Because, like, the idea behind retro, which let's talk about it for retro for let's talk about it for Pirate Talk. I'm a bit tired, that's why I'm having one of these. Second one today, which is not healthy. Please don't do that at home. Thank you very much. Before we continue, let's take a small break because I've been yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping. And let's check out the new season. Oh, oh. Okay, okay. I thought it was a new one. It is Interstellar. This, I have to say, completely honesty, is one of my favorite season. This one the very first one I did. Just the background is super nice. Oh no, never mind. No, it was a guild. I thought it was the star with a smiley face. Yeah, that's not it. That is not it. So we have flying object. This is the tower. This is a star. The background is a night sky, which is beautiful. We got the relics, which are legendary ring, critical factor 5%, comet tower damage by 2%. You see, okay. We got the relics of the event. For the free one, we have flying object, free utility by 1%, space nebula, free defense upgrade by 2%. So this is one that's kind of skippable because both of them are free upgrade, right? So in a case of crown, is extremely missable because crown, no matter what I do, I'm at tier 11. I'm farming tier 11 right now. No matter what I do, I'm gonna be up golden boxes. I think even if I farm tier 12, I think I still pull off. I think I still pull off 2,500, 3,000. I think. So because I pull off these numbers, I'm still able to gold box everything. Sorry about that. Nothing I can do. Gotta live and let live. Agreed? See, they agree. Perfect. So now we have what? We have 2 defense upgrade, which is not great. The paid one, or by 2% is great. Critical chance by 2% is great. So definitely a event where the paid rewards are better than the free rewards, right? That's why what I was saying with retro. Okay, so retro was a bit. So when I did Speedster, okay, that was the very first one where there's gonna be a difference in the. There's gonna be a difference in the visual. Of course, I was scared because I'm like, what's the point of having a game where I don't have a good experience? See, for example, tomorrow we're starting Final Fantasy 3. I love that game. Nostalgically speaking, it's great. However, would I have a game in 2026 that is that color, that is at that level graphics? No. A game that will age well forever, and I do mean forever, is something like Sly Cooper, because you got a cartoon background, you got 3D characters. Something else that was gonna be beautiful, I think is gorgeous. But if I had to, I would go with Bloodstain. I do think Bloodstain is fantastic. The color, the graphic, the design choices, I just think it's amazing. And let's be honest here, the tower is, without a doubt, absolutely, unapologetically gorgeous. Gorgeous. So yeah, so it's a game that's fun to watch, it's a game that's fun to play. Would I watch this on YouTube? I don't know. I think I would watch, like for example, I'm gonna tell you a secret, okay? I'm gonna tell a secret. In a couple of years, I'm thinking maybe 1 or 2, maybe three, because I'm gonna be working a lot out of this city. You can say ville, which is in French for city. The plan is what? the plan is to have a wall, and that wall is gonna be phenomenal. Okay, that wall is gonna be phenomenal. Why? Very good question. That wall is gonna be right here. Well, not right here, but it's an example. That wall is gonna be right here, right? And what I'm gonna do with that wall is I'm gonna have, what should we call it? I'm gonna have every single plate through the tower, and I'm gonna have them all connected, all wired up. And what I'll do is instead of filming literally the tower playthroughs, I'll be filming everything. I'll be filming the 10 playthroughs. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. Like, think about it. Think about it. The plan is to have, I don't know what you guys call it, kind of a blackboard, but it's for pin notes. When I have my father do it, I'm gonna have something that is made of wood, right? I'm gonna have little pieces which are stands, which there's a hole in the middle, which is gonna allow you for what? It's gonna allow you to plug the phone, right? I'm gonna have that, which is gonna be fantastic, hopefully. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect all the phones, which are gonna be two numerous accounts, of course. But yeah, so we're gonna have like 11 playthroughs up, right? Just filming. Maybe 11 times a tower. I won't have to upload 11 towers. I will just watch 11 towers. I'll be fantastic. It will be fantastic. Why? Because ultimately speaking, they're all gonna be different. Now, retro is fantastic for that. So we're gonna have 2 years of retro, and retro was heavily inspired by Speedster. So Speedster, like I was saying, we were talking about the pin board, and I stopped there because there's nothing else to say. I think it's gonna be nice. I think it's gonna be practical. It's gonna be huge right off my shoulder when it comes to storage, when it comes to Wi-Fi. Why? Because I'm just gonna be filming one freaking playthrough. I'm just gonna be filming one thing, and the greatest thing with that is what? Even if they're weaker, or they're sort of what should I call it? It's so complex because you take one phone, which we're gonna try to have a phone which has a great quality of camera. Great quality of camera, yes. You have one phone, right? Which means that I technically need two phones for that. Okay. Because I would have one phone with me at all time, playing games, whatever. I would have one phone that is filming everything, and yeah, we will have like all of the playthroughs on the wall. And with the pin board, it's going to be a way to have them secure on a wall. The wall, which is right here, this wall gives to my bed. When you look at the other side, that's my bed. So connecting it to here would be fantastic. Now the goal also is to sort of have a wall that is going to be the main goal of the wall. And again, this is, I talked to my father about it. I haven't talked to anybody about it. But the goal is what? The goal is literally to put it in a position where, and I would like to have my YouTube play button going to be there, but we'll figure out a place to put them, a nice place to. The goal also would be to have the possibility to raise that freaking billboard. So for example, I could put it here. When I'm making videos, I'm filming here, which is great. And that could be cool. Now, ultimately speaking, is that doable? Absolutely. Think about it. A wall of interchangeable phones, right? And we have what? We have, shout out to Mr. Fidel Bautista. Fidel Bautista is the person I was working with, and why he was great is because he did this for himself. Let me give it to me, right? That is, ladies and gentlemen, the exact model we'll follow. So, we'll talk about a piece of wood, piece of plywood, a sort of wall. We'll talk about things like these, right? And when you look at it, I'm going to take any single phone. Frenchie. Perfect. We're going to go with retro. Ooh, this is a bit dangerous. See, very sensitive. But you have to be careful. No. But then, I'm going to put them all, I'm going to drill them in, and it'll be perfect. Then we'll have a hole here, about here, and we'll have a wire that's going to be sticking inside, which is fantastic. The only issue that I'm going to have is those wires have got to, how can I put this? Like, I'm not going to film wires, obviously. So the plan is sort of have a way to hide the wire, which would be behind. Or what you do is you do them very, because in a perfect world, what I'm doing is, I'm sort of, in a perfect world, what I'm doing is, I'm sort of putting them all together. So the goal is to do like a, well, the idea also came from, you know, right now they're doing a lot of ads on TV, which you take a magnet, you take the plunger, you do like this, you take it off, you take off a part of the TV, put it anywhere you want. That's what I'm trying to do. We would have 11 phone guys, one video to follow them all. Like I'm saying, the importance here is a playthrough die, doesn't matter. The stream goes dark, too bad, right? And the goal is what? Which is freaking fantastic. The goal is to go, so this is insane because this is planning to do like in 2-3 years, which I think is brilliant. I think it's brilliant. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna choose this. I should have done this before. I'm gonna have audio. Yes. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Okay, good. I'm gonna do another one. No. Only my account. So ID for the tower. ID for the tower. The goal is to have a literal babillard, not baby doll, a blackboard, filled with the 11 foam. The model is Fidel case, phone case, and we'll do that 11 times. That way, when we start in 2 or 3 years, I have to film one video and not everything. There you go. The cool thing is, when it's finished, you start the day with every single phone playing the tower. You finish the day with every single phone closed. Good. I'm just a fake baby doll. Good. Nice. So yeah, that would be fantastic. I just came up with that. And Speedster, like I said, this is gonna be cool. This is it for the tower, for this idea of the tower, right? Because I'm not gonna be filming 12 playthrough for 6, 7, 8, 9 years, right? Ultimately speaking, by then we'll reach version 28, version 29, version 30, and we'll no longer need the diamonds. The only problem with that is it's not always. For example, when there's a tournament, I gotta pay attention, right? When there's an event, I have to pay attention. I gotta take it off. So if I do this, what I would need to do is 20 minutes per day or 10 minutes per day, I would have to check it out. I would have to open them and put them on a wall. It could be the beginning of a video. Introduction to every single playthrough, every single day. So day 290, example. Frenchie, you're up tier 2, tier 3, wave something, right? And that would be cool. Because ultimately speaking, you'd do one run per day. But the run would last 8 to 9 hours. I was looking at Reddit because I like to watch Reddit. Why? Reddit is a great place to meet people. First of all, second of all, there's this anonymity, but I use it kind of a dating thing, which is not the intended purpose of course, but sort of works. Following a couple of kink subreddits, and in those kink subreddits, there's a bunch of people that just want to have fun, which is also my case, right? So we are enjoying a kink lifestyle, as they say in the Japanese, which is basically translate to I don't know. And yeah, so because I play the tower, I get a lot of ads for the tower. I get a lot of topics for the tower. So of course I joined the subreddits. And I was reading something, and it was something that was starting right. It was like, hey, I'm doing. I think he said something along the lines of, I'm doing 6,000 wave for tier one. Should I move to tier two? And people told him no, he has to wait until tier 9,000 to move to tier two because there's a huge bump and difficulty from one to two, and you're gonna get effed if you go there too fast. So yeah, and I understand that the 6 months are gonna be spending playing Final Fantasy, which is the goal. We're starting tomorrow. Which again, we're playing the third, with the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the seventh, the eighth, the nine. You know, you know what I can do? I can do something crazy. I can absolutely skip. Oh, I can't. It's gonna be such a nice evolution if I don't. Because the plan was to, when I finish 7, the plan is to go back to 7, which is the remake, because I have the both. I have this. We're gonna do the remake, we're gonna do the Crisis Core, we're gonna do Reunion. I have 3 games. I don't even know if I have 3 games. I think I have. I know I have Final Fantasy 7 remake because we played it. Then I know I have Crisis Core. I just don't know if I have. I just don't know if I have all of them. I'm gonna check something because I think I do. I'm just a baby doll. There's no reason. There's no show. FF7 remake. So yeah, so the remake is what? Is what? Gameplay. Oh, she yo, she yo, do 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 do, do 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 do. And now you smile at me. So box cover, FF7 remake box cover, because I'm a visual guy. That's why I'm gonna remember what they look like. Cause you don't see a thing. I'm broken down and lying in the no surround, the nothingness. And now you smile at me. Broken as I am. PS4, because they clearly are giving me what I need. See, merchant, if I don't do retro, you give me freaking. You give me shit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a nice little card slots. I'm gonna be buying cards for retro. It'll be 1. I got damage. I got health regen, which is new. Damage 2. Fortress, new. Range, new. Critical chance, new. Damage normal. Got Berserker, which is new. This is great. Coin. We got coin level 2 already. Whoa. Okay. We're gonna be putting in. It would be dumb to put Berserker, but when I say, do I really care? Not really. We have 200 more, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another slot for this. There's no discussion about it. And we're gonna go with Fortress. Yep. Why are we so frugal? Or why am I so spendy? The goal was to play today more, and the goal was not to wait until the last seconds like I did. And the goal was like, okay, well, I'm not able to buy relics this event. I'm going to be spending every single one that I have, which is the amount that I have. And what I'm going to be able to do after is, by the way, with retro, I'm going to be buying a couple things. Retro, you're ready to buy the starter pack. starter pack, noise. And I'm too broke for epic pack. 2 times the coin, 150, super nice. And I'm too broke. Broken and broken as I am, I'm trying not to breathe. Unraveled I am unraveled by the truth I finally see. For me, unbreakable, unshakable, I'm shaking yet unshakable, till I found me. And now I'm turning to dust and the world has twisted. I believe I do have this one. I'm not sure though. I forgot everything, dude. Broken and broken as I am, I'm trying not to breathe. Unraveled I am unraveled by the truth I finally see. For real. Unbreakable, unshakable, I'm shaking yet unshakable. I believe that I have 3. I know that I have final reunion. Reunion I do have it. I have this one. That's 100%. Question is, Crisis Core. Just don't remember what I have. Because the whole plan is like to play the games, but this one is a bit more. And then what we do after, if I was really crazy, which I am, what I'm gonna do after is I'm gonna play the Kingdom Hearts. Why the Kingdom Hearts? Because it has a lot of story elements that I know. I'm just gonna be able to play the tower. Yeah. I'm gonna split my plants, give back to the nature, but no, this nature is beautiful. It's a lady. Don't spit on lady unless they're consenting. Then you take it on them, no? Just cause you can. And just cause you can, you should be able to do whatever you want. Is that a good enough thing to say? No? Okay, cool. By the way, we dropped Speedster today. Did I pick my nose? Yes. Because I'm trying to establish the fact that I'm not very cultivated, so my last comment doesn't seem that bad. So by picking my nose, I'm portraying a very not educated person. Kind of like Eugene from Walking Dead, who rocks a mullet because it makes him look, 6'7". I do the same thing with picking my nose. So a lot less work, and I don't do it in public. I do it in public, just hiding. I'm like, hey, I forgot my keys. Never mind, they were right here. And then I picked the booger and I put it on other people's clothes. Say, hey sir, do you have the time? She's like, oh, don't touch me. Too late, Bella. Too late, Bella. You have a booger on your shoulder. And then the booger, like, are you cheating on me? My wife is like, no, why? Whose booger is this? I swear I don't know. Bullshit. Geschlack. Not proclaiming that, oh my god, I just did a geschlack. Well, I didn't specify it was the husband geschlacking the wife. It could have been the wife geschlacking the husband. So, no to conjugal violence, no to physical violence with your spouse, but yes for equality. That makes sense? That makes sense. Sort of. Yeah. So, Retro was really inspired by Speedster. Speedster was the very first one where I took so many liberties with Speedster that I'm so proud of that I did. For example, this morning we played Fortnite for 4 hours. I watched 6 hours at least of life. I have made so much space that I don't know what to do with it. That's not true. I'll be filled up in 3 days, bro. 3 days, oh, I'm full again. I wonder what happened. Or you're streaming too much. So Speedster, one of the biggest liberty that Speedster gave me was the ability to watch live. I'm not gonna show you a live. For example, a live is playing. I am not gonna play it on the crown, even though I did. This is guy that didn't like. His whole life is there. You can watch it. No. Did I steal the content? No. Did I use the content in a poorly fashion? Yes. Did I have a commentary? No. Well, me laughing is a commentary. It's like, haha, what a dummy. It's a commentary, I guess. But yeah. Oh, Shieteo. Shieteo. My apologies. But then, with Speedster, I was like, you know what? I can actually play entire live. And all I have to do is to speed them up at 3 times. So you can still see that there's alive, but you don't see what happened. So it's kind of cool. And knowing that 2 weeks, I swear to God, last time we did 2 weeks, we did times 40. It gave me 2 hours. Which means in 2 weeks I had 80 hours, which means that on a regular basic I did about, how much is 12 times 5? It's 60. How much is 12 times 4? It's 48. How much is 12? It's 14, sorry guys. How much is 14? How much is 80 divided by 14? And we know that 10 divided by 8. 80 divided by 10 is 8. And then you have 14. So you do 8 divided by 4. And it gives you 2. So you go something like 8. And then you try again. Because 8 times 14 gives you... how much? 8 times 40 is how much? 14. 14. 14 for Chan. 8 times 14 is how much? 80. 8 times 14 is 112. And if you put 112, that doesn't make any sense. What am I doing, dude? I'm doing the opposite. 80 times... I'm going to do it without the calculator because I'm a smart guy that picks his nose up. And with rock mullet. Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. How much is 14 times 2? Okay, let's do it like that. Let's do it the dumb way. 28, 56, 56, 70 is 84, which gives you 7. 7 times 14. How much is 7 times 14? It is 84. Yeah, it makes absolute sense. That was so easy too. Oh well. Blame my poor education. Blame the education system. And I don't know, that's not true. But if you could do it, you do like 8 times 7, which is... No. You would do... you would do... Can I count? Basically speaking, you would do 8... okay, you would do it like that, I guess. You would do it 14... 80 times... 14 times how much? You would do times 5, which is 70. You would have had... Okay, well, 70, I need 80, so I need 2 more because otherwise it's 77, which should give me 84, which is 7. What should you do? You can do it by tens, so you know that 14 times 10 is how much? Is 140. Divided by 2 is how much? 70, yeah. So that you know that's 5, so you know that, okay, well, it's close to 5, it's a bit more than 5. So when you do 5, 6, you do 6 times 14, which is 80, no, 74, yeah. And you do another 14, which is 88. That doesn't make any sense, but hey. And then, because you're confused, and because you are trying to make a point that you're kind of smart, you feel the need to do this. So you do 80 divided by 14, which is 5.71. But I mentioned, don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart, right? Then you realize that you were wrong all along, right? Because it's not 80, it's 80 hours. So then, you maybe if you do like that, maybe if we do 80, 8 times 60, is how much? Is 480. You had a 0, which is 4,800. You divide it by 4,800 divided by 14 is how much? That's 28,000, which is 200. 200 is about 400. You do 400 divided by 60 is how much? My 60 is how much? It's 6, which is, it's about 6.5. It's 6, a bit more than 6.5. So we stream about 6 hours and 5, 6.5 hours, 6 hours and a half per day. I'm gonna try again. Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. Just don't. This is why I'm not doing a entire topic for the intro. I'm very talkative, and then the intro I end up not being able to talk about anything because I talk here, and the entire talk I talk about bullshit that don't matter. But hey, so we do 80 times 60 divided by 14, which is 32.4. Divided by 60. No. I don't freaking know. It doesn't matter. I cannot do math, dude. I'm stuck in the rut. And I'm shit out of luck. Because I cannot think I'm bad rut. I prefer a bed rock. With your wife is on top. And your mom cooking cake top. Ooh, not enough storage. Oh my Atlantis, no. Oh no. Oh no. Not enough storage. Shit. Well, thankfully, I have uploaded how much? The whole phone. Okay. Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. Just don't think it was the same. So if you break my heart, my achy, breaky heart, I just don't think it feels the same. Yes, we got everything. Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. Oh, and making sure here. There's just nothing I would change. So if you break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. How much we're deleting? 88, 98, 99 gig. Jeez Louise. There you go. Perfect. Which gives me enough storage for 2 days. I know this is a problem, but think about it. When I'm going to be streaming, I'm going to be streaming for 4 to 5 hours. Or if I'm lucky, I get to 6, 7. Why is that important? Because I'm doing one file of 4 to 5 hours, and one file will always beat 10 files. Because you don't have to. You know what we did there? You know what we just did? So I was talking about before I didn't have an example. We do have an example. I checked if everything was uploaded. If it's one video, I just have to check once. There's one video of 9 hours. Okay, that's ours. You know. Yesterday we played 9 hours of Tower. 9 hours. It was fantastic. And today we don't have storage problem, which is a blessing. Why? Because we're managing. But I'm still in the same position. If I missed a day, if I missed a couple hours, I'm fucked. So what I end up doing is I end up doing something very smart though. We end up uploading from the top. What is uploading from the top means? Uploading from the top is uploading more than you're able to. So you're uploading for maybe 8 hours, maybe 9 hours, right? And you sleep for 7. When you wake up, your phone is still uploading, right? And there you go. Then you make sure that you have some smaller file. That way, the smaller file you can delete, and then you can stream. And by the time that you're done streaming, for example, this morning, what you had is deleted, which is great. So coming back to retro, Speedster was the very first one. I could watch the entire live. I could listen to music. There was no volume, which is fantastic. And then I set it up. And then for retro, I was like, the greatest thing with retro is, right now, if I'm looking at the phone, which is this one. Which is this one. Is there something different? Okay, so we're gonna check out this, right? And then we do have some music playing in the background, right? But you don't hear it, right? And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, and I showed you yesterday, but like that. Don't care. I'm gonna show you again. What are we doing? I actually didn't go in extra recorder because I don't have porn on there yet. Yet. Хорошо. Piet. Нет работа. Посмотри, как красиво. said, it's not working, but look here how nice it is. I said how beautiful it is, but hey, it's not argue here. Niet problem, bro. Niet problem. This is what it looks like. Which is still very nice. It's still the same game. Like this. I would absolutely watch that. I would absolutely watch that. Now, the real problem is what? The real problem is what? The real problem is I didn't upload shit. So if it is copyrighted, I don't know. Which I would hate for it to be. And then because I don't upload, I don't know where it is. So if it is copyrighted, I'm gonna know what I'm uploading. If I upload it in 2 weeks, I'm gonna know for 2 weeks. Then I'm gonna have to take every single part of the playthrough and silent in my head, so I don't get copyright. Silent in my head. If I can avoid this shit, I will try avoid this shit. I will try avoid this shit. So with Speedster, I was able to say, okay, well, I got this ID for a retro playthrough, which I think is gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna drop my phone, but I didn't. Could've, should've, but didn't. There you go. Didn't spit. She's not consenting. The plant is not consenting. Do not spit on her. Good. So yeah, with the retro, it's gonna be fantastic. Why? Because with Speedster, I learned or I experienced, fucked around and find out that I was able to do something akin to. I don't like talking like that because it feels like I'm not sure what I'm talking about. But then I'm trying to be more the energy from the energy drinks, not paired with the mental capacity of not being tired. I feel like when I'm talking like that, I'm trying to prove a point, to prove I'm smart, but I'm not. Don't need to prove I'm smart. If I'm smart, I'm smart. If I'm dumb, I'm dumb. Either way, there's someone that's smarter than you. Either way, there's someone that's dumber than you. In comparison, you are one of the average Joe, and you're meaningless because you don't stand out. But when you do stand out, you get pointed, you get hated. So you're taught very young not to stand out because of peer pressure and social parasites. And yeah. Got a pimple. No, not a pimple. A mosquito bite. That is not a mosquito bite, which is skin, which give me scabs. I like picking scabs. Why? I don't know. Some people like chasing butterfly. I like picking scab. If you ask me, it's the same thing. If you ask me. Did you ask me? No. Did I tell you? Yes. Did too much information? Yeah. You know. Mosquito, potato. Tomato, tobacco. That one Simpson episode, you know the one. The craziest thing is you know the one. You know the one. Like, oh, Ink never has some references I get. You got that one. Okay? And if you didn't get that one, I feel like it's a you problem. I feel like I give you multiple chance. I feel like I give you ample enough chance. And I feel like if you're, my apologies, if you aren't gonna be a productive member in my class, then the class is not for you. What's that class? That class, whatever I say it is. My dear French, a father to your hands. I forgot to put in the. I hate doing that because now I don't know what card we put. We put the one I want. Okay, so this is good. This is good. This is good. So Waves Kit, Death Raid, Accelerator, Free Upgrade. I'm gonna go with coin. We're gonna go with extra defense, fortress. We're gonna go with orbs. We're gonna go with attack speed. We're gonna go with what? We're gonna go with Spirit Tower or Berserker. They're both very interesting. Berserker is a better one. I think a certain Super Tower hits harder. I think a Berserker is stronger at the end because it lasts for longer. So yes, your bonus are better, but they don't last. And if your playthrough lasts 3 hours, Super Tower was active 210, Berserker was active the whole time. Berserker's better. Even if there's lot, it's not a lot lower, it's a bit lower. So yeah, so tomorrow my mom's coming. This is intro talk. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So yeah, so with that being said, Pitbull, which is possibly the root of all evil or the root of my genius. This is the phone telling me there's no storage. But again, I maintain that we uploaded a shit ton. So is it video that I didn't upload? Is it video that I didn't delete? Time will tell. By the way, time is now. Father, in your hands, I try to understand why you've forsaken me, why you belong with me. Didn't upload as I wanted, so I'm stuck in a rut, but this uploaded so well. I'm freaking Maxwell. Okay, so some of them did upload, some of them didn't. I'm expecting one of them to be broken because it didn't process, which is not good. So because I'm broken when I'm low on some, I don't feel right. So this is good. So number 1, 2, 3 is done. Number 1, 2, 3. Number 4 is not good. Number 5 is not done. Number 5 is not done. Okay, we'll just do 1, 2, 3, which still gives me a solid 4 hours, which means that I have to finish this. And for some reason, a little someone didn't finish. Why have you forsaken me? See, 9 hours give me. 9 hours give me what? In erection. Give me 44 gigs of storage, which is a lot, but still manageable. I'm about to lose my mind. Up in the air, up in the air. I'm about to lose my mind. What's that noise? But this is done. This is uploaded. And this will give us 2 hours and a half. And you're surprised, in 2 hours and a half I'm sleeping. Which reminds me that I didn't eat lunch. So you're not done uploading. I thought you were done. You're telling me 9 minutes left? So you lied to me. You lied. I hate you. You made me hate me. You gave me. Another problem that we have is that we didn't restart the phone in multiple days. And that can actually lead to, it's not a big deal, but the non-proper working of XYZ. What is XYZ? If I knew how to fix it. The simple fact that XYZ is a problem means that it hasn't been fixed. It hasn't been fixed because I don't know how to fix it. Hence the XYZ. Make sense? No. Wow. Cannot constantly be the father of invention and the father of solutions. I can be the father of perplexity. I can be the father of confused. See? Didn't upload. Just didn't upload. So this is good. There's 2 of them. Oh, okay. Okay. It's VODs. Because VODs is telling me that there's something that's still good. See, this is the greatest thing. So you see that it's not working, it's not because it's broken. So you can take the file and can actually upload it. So you can take the file, download it, fix it with this phone. Because this phone has more storage and you can do whatever you want after. Which is great. Yeah. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, well, try it. The only problem is if you wait for too long, it won't work. It'll say this file there's an error transferring the file. And if there's an error transferring the file, you're fucked. because you can no longer. But as long as it's processing your gym, it'll process for 4 to 5 days. Yeah, that's good. Usually, when it takes that much time to process because there's a problem with the file, what happened is possibly X recorder broke. Next recorder broke and said, "Hey, oh, your file, I'm gonna repair it. I'm gonna repair part of it." So yeah, so with the 3 new playthroughs and stuff, retro just looks good. I was able to fuck around and find out and play with it the way it looks because I'm able to play the game normally. And ultimately speaking, it doesn't matter how I play the game. For example, I'm playing a game, I don't even have the volume on. I don't have the music playing. I'm sure it's great music, but for 10 hours a day, maybe not. Apologies. And you can make the choice to listen to music and watch it. I can make the choice to not listen to it 10 hours a day, every single day of the week. Yeah, thank God. I would go more into than I am right now. So yeah, so we're playing more with it. We're playing a lot more. Like I said, the goal was to literally check out the playthroughs. Retro. What I did with retro is I bought everything I could buy, which is costing gems. For example, more labs. I had 3 labs right now. We bought more cards. We had 4 cards right now. Why? Because I couldn't get the relics. I bought. We didn't really buy any upgrades, but I'm gonna be upgrading lifesteal. Because right now what I'm trying to do with retro is I'm trying to go a bit the route of I am not necessarily buying full coin and cash, right? I'm waiting a little bit. We'll see. And yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm a bit worried about merchant because merchant and the 2nd of July when we started. Merchant in 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to do the in 2 weeks merchant. I'm gonna have to do the labs for utility. We didn't unlock anything, but the current setup. So even if we're doing the current setup, it's not that bad, but it's not that great. What I'm trying to say, okay. What I'm trying to say is I can increase utility labs. There's this rule with retro, with merchant, which is very scary. The rule with retro, with merchant, I'm tired. I'm sorry. With merchant, which is super simple, is I am allowed, which I'm allowing myself, okay, to. By the way, labs we have what? We have health, defense, smooth, turning cash. We're gonna be turning cash for coin per wave. Because the goal is to survive as much as possible. Merchant in 2 weeks can become sword and shield. So with sword and shield, we're able to go with the labs, which are offensive and defensive respectively. Crown is already almost dead, battery wise, which is good. Why? Because we got time. We got it covered. So I'm okay. This is good. Merchants in 2 weeks, I'm going to be able to have the utility. Utility, which is basically cash and coins. It's package chance and it's free upgrade. My problem with that is free upgrade doesn't have a labs. My problem with that is that max recovery package is very, very expensive. One of the things that you buy later on, and then the last thing with utility is enemy at level skip, which is funny. Because with merchant, it just makes so much sense. Because I could actually say like, okay, well, I can bribe the people, which is why merchant is so good. But since it's later on, what I have is I can actually upgrade everything but attack and defense. My problem with that is that I am not sure of how close I am gonna be to actually be physically fit to survive. Because that's the thing, the goal of the tower is always to be idle. And by upgrading utility, I'm not making it idle. I am making it less idle. Then that's technically not true because I can actually buy the whatchamacallit. I can actually buy the oh, this is time for my show. This is time for my program. I cannot believe that I cracked the screen even more. It's not that big a deal, I swear. I probably loved it if it wasn't broken. Oh, you know what I did? I fucked up again. Maybe she got a tattoo. She's hot though. Madeleine. Play Fortnite together. Would I do that for a mistake? Well, for the mistake, what I did was, shut up. What I did for a mistake, well, we stopped the video for the event of the week, and I didn't finish it. So basically, we have the end of the last video and the beginning of this video that I have to put together, and then do a video. Am I gonna remember this in 2 weeks? No. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay, dude. It's okay, dude. And my then it's hot. Did she get a tattoo? Did she get a tattoo? She's fucking hot though. She was flirting with me, and I was like, no, I'm not super down. Seeing another girl, another other girl disappeared, and she was like, dude, she was way hotter. Well, not way hotter, but way more the type of girl I usually go after. So I was like, okay, well, you fucked it up. Now you live with the consequences of your inaction. Your inaction proved by action, which is loyalty. Loyalty led you to failure, and failure led you to miss out. So loyalty led you to miss out. But then loyalty is not missing out. I'm going to miss out the party to be with my friends because my friend matters more. Understand? Good. So yeah, so with the tower, retro, I'm worried. Retro, we're good for now. Like I said, I started like 4 days ago, so it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. What else? That's pretty much it, to be honest. That's pretty much it, to be honest. Just gonna be trying my hardest. Tomorrow we're starting to play a lot more, which is during Final Fantasy. So that's gonna be cool. That's pretty much it. And like, dude, you finish like that. Are you sad because a girl that's super hot, super cute could have been with her? No. I just have nothing to say. But that's not true. Because we didn't finish my tournaments. So we're gonna go with tournaments. I remember what I did. So we did everything but Resistance Reborn. So now I'm gonna be going for Resistance Reborn. And Resistance, I finished it. Which means Resistance is finished, which means Voiceless is finished. I'm not 100% sure that Voiceless is finished. Voiceless is finished, which means that Speedster is not done. Speedster is finished. Wait a second, because right now there's a possibility that what? There's a possibility that fuck me, dude. What's going on? They moved the reward. So because I didn't pick them up, we're here. Because I didn't pick them up, which is yesterday because I was too tired, I cannot see how well I did versus the last guy. We'll go with Resistance because if I'm right, I did crown, I did sword, I did shield, that's it. So, we did, ooh, look at this. 39 diamonds for the season 10, which is good. We're using that. Tournament prize, which is prize for the most recent Gold League finish. Tournament finish at rank 6 of Gold League, which is not enough to put me in platinum, but it's still very good. The event reward, we got 25 medals, which is actually pretty good. Why? This is from no cards. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exit this battle. That only has 130, so I don't mind. I got 139 stone. I'm gonna do duration. You down with duration? You're down with duration. That's good. I'm also down. Okay, I'm sorry for this, the length of the tower, just because we didn't do an intro. So right now what we're doing is we're talking as if this was an intro, but it's not. We got, there you go, tournament prize, event, guild. We forgot to check. We didn't really forget. We just didn't have the time to check the returning relics, which are super cool. Secret Tower Agent, which is from the Matrix event. Damage from to 5%. No Signal, which is the TV event, which is super cool. And critical chance by 2% is huge. Tower damage by 2%. We got Quantum Drive, bot range by 1 meters. So I'm gonna do bot range by 1 meters. I do not care. So why is that important? We got tower damage by 2% also, which is good because we got both. Could have bought cards here, but fuck it. Don't care. So why is that really good? Because if you guys remember, Resistance has a mod, which is what? Which is the bot strength. This is huge. This is humongous. This is humongous bazongus. That's good. Resistance is done, which leads to what? Which leads to voiceless. Yes. So let's see what we did with voiceless. I'm gonna surrender because she read a book from across the street, waiting for someone that she'll never meet. Talk about a story or two, wondering why I'm in a good mood. Killing time before she struts her stuff. She needs support and I become the crutch. She'll never know how much she means to me. I play the game but I'm the referee. Surrender yourself to me. Really talent. So we got this, we got welcome to season 10. That's good. We got tournament prize 6 rank 10. That's pretty good, pretty good. 100 diamonds and 28 stones. I love how little diamonds we have. Ooh, merchant, she died. Merchant, if I don't touch it, dies at 400, which is not great, not bad. It's been worse for sure, but it's been better. The goal is what? The goal is 1,000 without touching it. Again, with the Fair Fantasy tomorrow, it would be annoying. I'll play every couple minutes. No, I won't play 1. I won't play 2. I'll play like 10. By the way, huge news. I was missing one wire. Turns out that everything charged by the computer. So the computer is connected. I can charge it infinitely, which is fantastic. Which should give me 11 playthroughs. So here we have nothing. I won't have enough for anything. So I'm going to see if I can upgrade my ultimate weapon. Nothing. There's nothing here, right? Sadly. We got Speedster. Speedster. This I don't need to restart. Why? Because if I take my time, even if it's times 40, you'll have time to read it. So we finished at rank 27. This was a week ago, which is 50 and 20, not bad. We have the season 10 of Guild, which is 38, which is good. And we have Tournament Pride, which is last week, rank 11. So Resistance was 6, Voiceless is 10, and Speedster is 11. Not bad, 90, 26. Here, do I have enough for a ultimate weapon? We have enough for every single ultimate weapon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit. I'm going to surrender. Surrender yourself to me. What is my next ultimate weapon? We have Golden Tower, Chain Lightning, and Spotlights, which is pretty good. Pretty goated. I'll possibly go for Golden Tower, which is great. We have 162. I'll go for damage for Death Wave, because damage is always good. We have our mission, which is good, because after this, I'm going to do an intro. I'm going to eat a small piece of delicious food, and I'm going to sleep. The arms of Morpheus, my dear beloved Morpheus. That's it for Speedster. With enough to do a lot. The rank for the tower, settlement is good. Shit. Shit. I fucked up. What did I do? Shit. That's a big deal. That's a big deal too. That is a big deal. Fuck. So yesterday I was out of storage. Even now I got 12. I got 13 GB storage, which is not bad. What we did, we changed for video settings, which is now it's SD HD. Yeah. So I was recording at 240. Also, takes a big deal. Why? Because it's very fast. So we recorded at 240. We recorded possibly 6 hours this morning. With now, we're doing time 40. 6 hours is 360 minutes. Times 40 is, I don't know. I think it's 8. No, it's 9. Yeah, which is 36. 9. So you got 9 minutes of weird content. But a big deal. It's kind of a big deal, but it's not the first one. It's not the last one. So in the middle. Most people won't make it to the middle. Most people won't make it to the middle. But surprisingly, Speedster is not doing bad. Speedster is doing pretty well for itself. That's 6% batteries, so I'm just gonna get a charger. I think I found my soul until the working slave, searching until it breed. This flower don't belong to me. I think I found my soul until the world of home, searching until my head sings. This flower don't belong to me. Why did she belong to me? Every stalk, every frown, surrender yourself to me. She reads a book from across the street, waiting for someone that she'll never meet. Talk about a story or two, wonder why I'm always in a good mood. Killing time before she shrugs her stuff. She needs support and I became the crutch. Leave it there for now. Speedster is done, which leaves us with two. Which are what? Drumroll please. Did you guess? Did you guess? It leaves us with much more. Why is everything showing? I don't freaking know. Is mine showing or not? Yeah? Okay, good. Good. The one that's left is Frenchie VODs and Merchant. No, Frenchie VOD and everything. Frenchie. Et Frenchie, comme j'ai dit, on a fait des erreurs. On n'a pas joué beaucoup dernièrement, mais on se reprend. J'ai des problèmes de storage, des problèmes de connexion. Fait que là, on se reprend, on fait ça chaque jour, on fait ça plus gros. On fait des vidéos de 5-6 heures qui sont faciles à uploader. Avec le fun, puis on se lance là-dedans. C'est que, on va checker le résultat du tournoi de avant-hier. On a terminé la position 22 francophone, c'est pas pire. Oh, oh, oh. Ok, good. C'est pas pire en fait. Si j'aurais fait un de moins, j'aurais été capable. C'est pas pire. Now with merchant, I'm fucked because with retro, I can't buy upgrades because there's nothing. So I have to do like the most expensive labs. So we have 70 gems, 22 stones, good. So les gems, 22 pierres, 70 gemmes. Quand on finit au rang 22, ce qui est pas pire, on aurait fini un rang avant, j'aurais pas été capable. Là, il y a quelque chose qui se passe avec ça qui est fantastique. Une des reliques pour l'événement, on l'a déjà. On l'a acheté. Fait que ça va faire moins de choses à acheter, je vais pouvoir avoir un plus relax événement. Mais on va quand même faire l'effort. On va faire de la bataille. Je vais voir si je peux acheter quelque chose. J'ai quand même des points. Hey, 2 labos, mais c'est incroyable. J'ai des gars pour les mines internes, j'ai temps de recharge. On va aller avec temps de recharge. Ça fait juste trop bon. Parfait. Et ça c'est bon. C'est tout. Now VODs, where? VODs here. No. VODs here. Nice. VODs. How did we do with VODs? We did okay, we did bad, I don't know. Surrender. And we're constantly restarting. They're at 200, they're at 100, it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to restart the tournaments. I'm going to restart them after we do the no cards. Because that's going to be good. That way you do your no cards quest and you do the restart for the government. For what I have to say. VODs. What? So VODs is where? VODs is tricky. If you look here, there's no reward. But if you look in this, tournament price. So you got the welcome season 10. I got 9 gems. Thank you so much. Tournament prize. You got rank 24. So worse than Frenchie. 50 and 20 stones. VODs will be upgrading my. I got 114 stones, so I'm gonna be upgrading angle and bonus for spotlight. I know I should have upgraded Golden Tower. I choose not to. Why? It's a personal choice. Golden Tower, as much as awesome as it is, I don't feel like it's making me stronger. So it's making the grind, it's making the rogue aspect of it better, but that's not what I need. I need a stronger playthrough. and for that I have to go for that. For something that is more active, for example, inner landmine and Frenchie Miriam, the spotlight for VODs. Now we have the gorgeous and the absolutely phenomenal everything. Everything. How did you do? Let's surrender, surrender, surrender. I walk 1,000 miles just to get her together. She's a diamond on the landmine. Step by step, across the floor. A dozen roses lays on the floor. She said we were meant to be. Now this success is a tragedy. The heart attack. When you back alone at last. All I wanted was to be alone at last. All I wanted was a second chance to hold you in my arms again, forever and ever. Got this, which is what? Which is Flame Rewards. And there you go. That's Frenchie. Everything gold rank 26, which is not great at all. But understanding that it's my first time in gold. Did I play against myself? No, I didn't. Surprisingly, no. 70, 50. So let's see if I can do something. I do have this. I got so much diamond, it's crazy. So we're gonna go with the event. Let's see what we can get. For diamonds, we're gonna go with Quantum Drive, which is good, which is bot range by 1. Safe bat, which is third damage by 2%. It's insane because yes, there's relic that benefits every single playthrough. Okay, for example, Sword benefits from something that's offensive, right? Am I gonna buy defensive relics if I have the gem? Yes. If I don't, I'm not, right? But at the same time, I'm in a position where if I can do both, I can do both, which is good. If I can't do both, I can't do both. But if I can, I can. and it's weird. I'm talking about this because we just did everything, and I was like, yo, I got enough gems to buy relics. What relics should I buy? What relics should I buy? The relics that I wanted to buy was what? The relics I wanted to buy was the same one we did. So I know that the two lower one, the two cheaper one, were better, and we bought it with the next playthrough. I'm like, okay, well, if I bought it with one playthrough, it's good for everybody. And because it's good for everybody, I bought it again. I didn't check what it was. I'm like, okay, well, it has to be good if I bought it. Schmacolis. I'm gonna send me a snap. If it ain't tits, I don't want it. Oh, Amy, that's disgusting.
I just moved here, and
It's not though. It's not. When you realize that most people send dick pics, if I have to choose between a dick pic and a tits pic, right? Then this is me affirming my identity, my sexual identity. So you saying that's an asshole thing to say is basically saying that me being heterosexual, is cisgender heterosexual, is disgusting. Which is, I don't send dick pic, which makes me better than a lot of people on Snapchat. So give me a break. And yeah, so tomorrow we're starting a new playthrough which has a Z3. I'm gonna see how much I can play. It's very dependent on how much I sleep tonight. So the perfect, and again, perfect is such a broad word, but the better situation is what? The better situation is that I sleep very little tonight, and I sleep during the day tomorrow. That way the phones are charging and everything is charging. But if I was to do it properly, I would do it properly. I'm telling you, tomorrow's gonna be so great because I'm gonna start doing 6 hours, 7 hours video. By doing 6 hours and 7 hours videos, I'm able to do only one. And for the upload, it's gonna be better. And even if the upload takes 2 hours each, I don't care. Because every single phone has enough storage to do a full day. Which means at worst, every single playthrough has enough to do half a day. At worst, every single playthrough has enough to do a third of a day, a fourth of a day, a fifth of a day. And if I do a fifth of a day, which is 12 hours, that still give me 5 hours and no. That still give me 2 hours and 12 minutes. Yeah, 12 minutes is not a lot, but hey, 12 playthrough for 11 playthrough. But it was a shit ton. So I'm gonna go inside and we'll get ready for the intro. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Ooh, what a day, dude. Good. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's go inside. Got shit to do. You're always in the evening, so I ask if I'm just dreaming. I love you so much, so. No, I didn't ask for Google message. Stop. No, I'm not that fair. Don't dare. No, it's not you. It's Liddy. It was Livy. Yeah, it was Livy. Good. Ugh. No, you're rude. No. It's nothing personal. You're just rude. Okay. Wee. Ouch. Wee. I'm going to get tired. Okay, go and get. No complaining. No pain, no gain. How are we doing for the storage? The battery, sorry. Okay, so. Oh, you died. Ugh. So I ask if I'm just dreaming. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. She did you dirty, bro. Ugh. Come on, Nikki, because if you don't start right now, you're not gonna finish. I know it sucks. I know you're tired, but you have to start to finish. I got 2 videos to do. Movies. People love you when you're on your mind. Your daughter loves privacy, and I've been thinking about her all the time. I never seen somebody put together perfectly. What do I do to have you call your mine? Eh, someone like you is so hard to find. You can open up your eyes, you can watch me wine. You can, when I was happy, just a little taste of your lips. I want to get her right away. Gotta hide a face. I wish we can go and be free. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome up to the show. Because you're doing well, so having a wonderful day. On this day 291 of Project Vendetta. Yes, I'm gonna be itching a lot. We got bitten by mosquito. We have the 11th playthrough going on right now, so you're gonna see me looking everywhere because we're managing a lot of things, right? Yeah, we're doing good. Today we're doing so. I have to show you. I have to brag a little bit, but basically this and well this and well this and well no, that's it. I think that's enough. Today we're doing anime review. It's been a long ass time since we've done one, but we're doing two today. So I felt like watching anime because we've been watching a lot of movie lately, and I wanted to do justice to anime because I'm a big anime guy. There's one that's really good, and there's one that's perfectly okay. So we're gonna go with the perfectly okay. The perfectly okay is hell mode in a world with awful balance. So basically, it's a hardcore gamer that gets reborn sort of as an isekai, but it's an isekai at the Sword Art Online style, if you know what I mean. So he is a hardcore gamer. He wants to do the worst job at the hardest of difficulty. So it's actually quite a good anime because you get some summoning, you get some MP. So if you're a fan of that type of stuff, of stats, they do mention stats quite a lot. There is inventory, there is a sort of a black hole item that can eat everything. Talking about the stats boost, it's super interesting because, for example, if he needs, so he's gonna fight a boss, which he needs to run away from. And what I'll do is I'll summon like a bunch of summon that makes him faster. So it'll delete summon that makes him stronger and get someone that makes him faster. So, and that, no, I thought it was quite nice. The guy is one in the boondocks. So basically what he does is, so for example, right, his father tells him a blessing of the god. The blessing of the god is what? The blessing of the god is when you're getting injured and you feel good. And the main character, which is our MC, is like, okay, well, this is a level up. And he's able to, so he even tests his, he even tests like his father, like his, the neighbor. He tests the people close to him to see how strong they are. So what I love about this anime is that he's using the village as sort of a training ground. What I don't like is the first part is amazing because, like I said, he is, oh, phone is too hot, which is all good. Which is all good. He's using his knowledge of gaming to be able to say, okay, well, these people, they have these stats, these people are these level, these people, I can use it like that, right? But then you move as a, and it's presented as this is super smart, this is super well thought of, but then all of this is meaningless because he goes to be the noble, right? The noble family where he is sort of the help, and because he is the help, sorry, it's very hot in the apartment. He cannot dictate what people do. So you're like, okay, well, you're establishing that this character is one of the more sort of leadership role, but then you're establishing him as a servant. So all of his experience as a leadership kind of runs away. There's this other part where you're kind of halfway through the season one. When I say halfway, I don't mean halfway. I mean a better part of 3/4 of it. And then you realize that there's an enemy that is super strong, which is the Kobold King, right? And there's a human that goes in, which we never seen fight. We never seen how strong he is. We have no clue what he's supposed to present. He's a high-ranking knight, and he takes him down like one shot. It's like, okay, well, this guy took one shot to destroy all of what our main character did, but it doesn't make sense. Why? Because a bit before that, there's an enemy that is not killable, and our main character is able to escape from it. So you're able to escape from a monster, but you're not able to escape from the king of kobold. There's another character that goes in. There's a lot of try to be cool. There's a lot of try to aura farm that don't work. In my opinion, the anime is actually really good. The concept is really cool. There's a lot of great thing in anime. The art style is okay. It's not crazy, but it's okay. Some of it is really good. Some of it is really bad. You can tell there's a drop of quality sometimes, and sometimes it's actually pretty good. I'm gonna say something that's very bad, but if it had stayed in the boondocks, but it's more simple, which you got like 20 villager, 30 villager, it would have been perfect. But they changed it a lot, and then you introduce a lot of characters, but you don't explore them. You introduce a lot of mechanics, but you don't explore them. So you're left with a bunch of nothing burger, which kind of sucks, right? However, we got a second one, and the second one, oh my god, the second one I have to name it by name, and I have to show you the picture because it is so good. I'm telling you right here. You see, we've been inside for like half an hour, not even 20 minutes, not even, and the phone is already too hot to film. But if I'm going outside, I'm bitten by mosquitoes. So f that. I'm gonna show you exactly what it is because I'm gonna be honest. I know the name, but I don't know the pronunciation. Right? But it's just so good. It is called Gelpnir. which is basically this. It was so good. Wow. It is just so good. What a legendary piece of content. Like, just looking at it, we did watch it yesterday. We did watch it yesterday, but it was just so good. I freaking hate this. I entered a comment like a week ago. I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with movies or anime. I'm so sorry. I freaking hate this. I answered a comments like a week ago, and that comments was like, "Hey, you remember me?" And I answered it in my video. I'm like, "Hey, don't worry about if I remember you. Like, I don't need to remember you as long as you're okay with who you are and what you look like and who the person that you are. Doesn't matter what I think about you or what I remember you. Me remembering you doesn't make you a good person. Doesn't make you a better person, right? It doesn't make you more memorable. And I'm not gonna say no, right? Because it's an asshole thing to do. And at the end, the person I didn't remember them. The first person, and again, it has nothing to do with what I'm trying to say or the anime, but I think it's an important point to make because I think the life lesson is actually quite interesting. Then the guy tells me who exactly he is, and I'm like, oh, that guy was an asshole. I'm like, ugh. The second guy is a lot nicer, right? A lot nicer. I know who he is. But then I have another guy saying, hey, I remember you. Hey, I remember you. So I'm going to get 14 freaking comments. Oh, do you remember me? No, dude, you left. You left. And it's so annoying because on one way, like, dude, you're looking for attention. You're trying to get validation by me remembering you, which is a really weird thing, parasocially speaking. Parasocially speaking, it's very, very odd. Retro is dying. I spent the last 3 days on that shit. I'm tired of this shit. I am tired. But yeah. So ultimately speaking, like, if your validation, if your value as a person relies on a content creator that you've been following for like a year, the craziest thing, you know what? I guarantee you. Wait a second. Okay, try for the same. Wait a second. I'm gonna make you guys laugh. Okay. Never mind. I was sure that this guy unfollowed. Yeah. There you go. What is it? The guy was cool, but
Ce filtre-là est décidément le filtre le plus...
Even in the live, he was demanding attention. I just don't like the question, do you remember me? Who gives a shit? If I acknowledge your existence. I'm not an important person. I'm not gonna make your life better. It's not a flex. Hey, remember me. It shouldn't be a flex, right? But then, and again, I understand where you're coming from. I understand the question. I understand the line of questioning. Like, of course, you want your existence to be acknowledged and people to remember you because otherwise, what's the point, right? But what if I remember you negatively? I still remember you, right? And what if I don't? I look like the asshole. So I'm either remembering you because you're a good person, or because you're a bad person, or not remembering you. In 1 out of the 3 cases, it's positive. And are most people nice? Are most people remembered in a positive fashion? So I'm stuck with this shit. Okay? But let's get back to Gelpnir. Let's get back. I'm sorry I had a little rant because I was looking at the I was looking at TikTok because I'm uploading a video. And I wanted to make sure that it's uploading. So Gelpnir. Gelpnir is freaking phenomenal. I would put it at the level of something like a Kamino Kill. I would put it at something like Soul Heater. It's very good. I wouldn't put it at Death Note, but I would put it at these things, right? So the reason why Gelpnir is so good, I'm gonna spoil the shit out of it. So pay attention. If you don't want to pay attention, have a nice evening. I'm exhausted. Look at this, bro. I'm exhausted. I have a pimple here, but look at the black eyes. Black Eye Club. No, thank you. So yeah, so Gelpnir is so fantastic. At first, it's a story of a dude that gets transformed into a mascot, right? And it's so well made because the writing is so good. ultimately speaking, though, I have to be honest. A lot of it relies on plot twists. It's sort of bleachy in that sense. So when you watch it a second time, it's not as good. It's not as good, right? Why am I saying this? Well, for example, Attack on Titans. So, for example, when you know that that Reynold and Bertold are both the Titans, you notice that they're never there when the Titans attack. When you notice that they try to find who is the Titan, you notice that they're more nervous. You notice that when Eren talks about the Titans and how the attack was, they are interested, but they're not interested for the right reason. Like, how did you guys survive? You know, Annie, when there's a talk of finding out who's the Titan, she's not super reactive, but you can tell that she's not at ease, right? So when you understand this, there's kind of details that you understand, like, oh, nice. For example, in fact, and you know, when the father of Eren was eaten by Eren, there's a ton of like clues. Um, and the first season, Eren is able to kind of go back in time thanks to Ymir, and you see him in a season one. It's like, holy shit! And even then, you look at the intro and like, okay, wow, this is actually the event of, but a show like Bleach doesn't how can I put this, doesn't because I love Bleach. I absolutely love Bleach. But a show like Bleach, the first time you watch it, or the first time you read it, is fantastic. It doesn't get rewarded for the fact that you know the plot because, for example, okay, so you know that Aizen was the one that killed the Momo. Like, okay, well, now that I know that Aizen is not dead. I know that Aizen is a bad guy. The Weko Mondo, you know that the 10, you know that they're all gonna get killed. That's something that you assume. One of them is nice, which is Neil, but none of them are super like. They expect one of them to betray, one of them to be like, okay, well, I'm kind of nice, I'm stuck here. Even then, when you look at the Ewatch, when you realize that Ewatch, the mother of Ishigo was a Quincy, remember that you realize that Ewatch was in his katana, or in Zanpakuto. When you rewatch it, you're like, okay, well, this is not good because I know that you're not the power of. So I know that you're trying to stop Ishigo. So you're telling him that you're making him stronger, but you don't. Another thing, you realize that you realize why Byakuya doesn't like his sister because she reminds him of his ex-wife, which is hard for him. You realize why Rukia was not able to get her power back. There's another plot twist. One of the best example, the Vasto Lorde, which is the ex-captain. When you read about this, it's insane. But then when you reread it, it doesn't serve a purpose. Like, okay, well, there's another new captain. I know why, but it doesn't solve the problem. They're not super respected. There's not, you know. Also, the last example I'm gonna give because otherwise I'm gonna be here for the whole night. The father of Shishigo, being a Shinigami captain, is super cool because you know that he saw Khan. He knew exactly who was Khan. He saw Ishigo run away from the house with a Shinigami costume, and his Zanpakuto is fantastic because you know, oh my god, he knew. But then, why didn't you stop your son? Like, the sole reason that you left so society was to live with your Quincy wife, but also for your kids not to be involved, right? Right? And then you realize how good the character is. And there's one you miss opportunity, for example, the father of Ishigo, which is Ishin Kurosaki. I don't know if Kurosaki is the wife or the father, I don't remember. But you remember that you realize that Ishin possibly had to deal with so much because his wife, which he loved, he worshipped, like it was a simp before simp was popular, was killed by a hollow, and he could have stopped it. But he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. Uryu, who loses power of Quincy's, you realize that he's getting his Quincy power back. You know, the teacher that he had was the grandfather, right? The father was a better teacher. So you realize, okay, well, your father was a better teacher. Why is your grandpa teaching you? Right? Right? Doesn't make any sense. So society, you realize that they trust Ishigo because the only one that so the problem with Bleach, and again I love Bleach. The problem with Bleach is, so if you actually look at Dragon Ball, I'm gonna change subject because otherwise I'm gonna go for hours. If you actually look at Dragon Ball, and you look from the Saiyan saga to the Frieza saga, it's more than half. So in less than half, you have the Cell Saga and you have the Boo Saga. When you actually look at the Boo Saga and the Cell Saga, they're very small. So Cell Saga is especially small. Why? Because you got the Android Saga. The Boo Saga is extremely small because you got the Babidi Saga, which is basically not allowing Boo to be revived, which is kind of fucked up because you introduce Supreme Kai. Supreme Kai, who has no purpose against Boo, Ushipu Boo, except for getting Gohan the training to be Ultimate Gohan, just for Gohan to be eaten in a couple of seconds, which robs us of Goku and Gohan fusion, which is fucked up because it would have been amazing. But hey, with Bleach, coming back to Bleach because this is also a good example, you spend so much time going to Soul Society just to realize that, hey, you know, Soul Society will kind of need you. So you spend the whole time trying to save Rukia, which again is important because you do save her. Just for the Soul Society in entirety to realize that, no, you know what? She deserved to be killed. We're wrong. But we need Ishigo, so we help Ishigo, but there's never a story to Rukia. So this is the second watch through. This is the third watch through. Another anime that deserves to be watched more than once is Tokyo Ghoul. So Tokyo Ghoul is super important. So Tokyo Ghoul, for example, when you realize who's the one-eyed ghoul king, which is Arima, you realize that this was foretold because you realize that when it comes to the dove, most of them don't wear glasses, and only one of them wear round glasses. And Arima shows up, and Arima has. So you realize that the boyfriend of the sister of Nishiki was Arima, and you realize that Arima possibly knew that they were freaking ghoul. So when they introduce Nishiki to the Antiku, Nishiki is a ghoul, is a confirmed ghoul in the eyes of Arima. So basically, by knowing there's a ghoul there, it's like, okay, well, is there more ghouls? So you start investigating. No, he leaves them. Why? Because he's the one-eyed ghoul, right? And yeah. So Gelpnir, I watched it once. I don't know if it served a purpose to be watching twice, but it's so good because the way I'm gonna be honest, it was 4 hours and a half. I haven't been paying attention to an anime like that in so long. But again, it's my first watch. Maybe at my second watch, maybe that's not enough. That's not good enough. Why is it so good? You have the story of the kin, which is transformed into a mascot. I actually don't realize why he's transforming, right? And then you got another girl, and that other girl is having a gold coin. And we don't know what the gold coin does, but the gold coin is very important. So then you're like, okay, well, what's a gold coin for? Another person shows up, which is also able to this is insane how good it is. First of all, the kid with the mascot costume, it's so important because the main character, which is Shisui, or Shisu, something like that, and the girl is insane. She's a psychopath. So it's so cool because she's a psychopath with no power, and we got the main character, which is with power but not a psychopath. So she's able to do what it needs, but she cannot do it. And our main character is able to do what we need, but he doesn't want to. So this is really good. So there's a person that comes in, and she's like, hey, I'm going to steal your power. I'm going to steal your coin. Like, okay, well, this coin is important, right? So then we meet the alien, and we realize, like, hey, this is why you can transform, because you drink a potion that makes you transform into this guy who can actually freaking save people, right? And then because she's able to do that, we learn a lot. So we learned that the sister of the girl was also a coin bearer, which is why she can transform. And then you realize, like, okay, well, the reason that she killed your parents because, okay, so basically the girl, she wants to get revenge because the sister killed her parents, but then the sister's like, no, my parents were shitty. I did right to kill them. You're better off without them. And the sister's like, oh yeah, you're right. So there's a ton of things which is kind of crazy, but the most important part, because I'm not going to tell this whole story, if I could, is that they realized that a lot of people can transform. They gave a gold coin to the alien. The alien is the guy. A spaceship crash. There's not really a good reason as to why you need the coins, but if he gets all the coin, he can leave the planet, and that's his goal. So he's like, okay, well, guess what? If you give me coin, I'm going to give you special juice that get exhaust one wish, right? I'm going to spoil it, by the way. So you go the whole yard. You go into finding coins. You're able to find a couple of them. Then you realize that there's two clans, right? There's the people that are embracing their nature, and the people which is our group, which is still very human. They're like, okay, well, you know what? We are a monster. We're able to transform, but we're still very human, right? And there's a third clan. The third clan is like, you know what? Our leader's gonna get all the coin, and if you get all the coin, I'll be able to give you what you want, right? So there's a couple of really cool things because there's a clan that is too weak and too lacking of will to do what needs to be done, which is our main clan. There's a clan that is strong enough to do what it needs to, but doesn't have the power to do what it needs to. And there's another clan which is the kind of like a monocracy, which is with a king, and they're following his bidding. But then they're following the bidding. It's not purposeful. It's just finding the coin, right? So why the story is so good? Because we don't know why the character is the way he is, right? So then you realize that it's all part of the plan. It's all part of a friend. So you realize that there's a friend group, and the friend group was when the main character was. And there was this girl. She was the first one to find a coin, right? And she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you find a coin. I got a bunch of friends." So she shows a picture, and in the picture you got all the main characters of the story, which is the leader of one clan, our main character, another character, a third character, which is the strongest, right? Why is he the strongest? Because he has this white lady. This white lady ends up being the spirit of the first girl. The first girl is like, "Hey, I'm gonna disappear." This is why he doesn't remember. And then you realize that the reason why he became the master that he is in the abandoned house where they would chill. There was a puppet. That puppet was what form? The mascot form. So you realize that this is so freaking nice, bro. So freaking nice. The story is so well written. The story is. I'm telling you, I haven't paid attention to the screen in so long. It was just perfect. The plot twist was amazing. Like for example, right? There's this guy who's able to do all the flowers. He's able to grow flowers. So this guy is a pacifist. He is really cool. For example, there's a group of people that are going after him. What he does is he creates sort of a wall of trees. Like, hey, they won't be able to find us. There's another one where he grows watermelon. So now our main character, he's like, okay, well, you gotta stop them. So what he does is the girl, which is a psychopath, she asks him to grow a poisoned flower. What they do is they burn the poisoned flower. So the greatest thing is the main character, as far as it goes, he is able to do what needs to be done, which makes him less human. And then you realize that this is the whole point. Like, finding the coins will give you wishes. Find the coin will make you more human, but what is the price to pay? Which is why the first girl on life herself. Yeah. Which is insane, insane. This is a story of killing. It's just so great. It's just so good. So strongly recommend. Strongly recommend. And that's pretty much it. So Geltnir, amazing. Like I said, my issue with Geltnir is I watched it once. No, to be honest, I watched it once, and I don't know how it would watch the second time. But if I'm being 100% honest, and I'm being truthful, I can't think of a negative point to say about Geltnir. There was no time where I was falling asleep. There was no time where I thought the pacing wasn't good. The plot twist was really good. Maybe the plot twist happens a bit too late. So the plot twist happens a bit too late, and is the majority of the end. So basically, what happened is the show, the first season was like an hour, 4 hours and a half. Let's say that between 3 hours and 3 hours 45 is a plot, which is how it all started. Main character became the puppet, right? Which is fantastic. Just to tell you, at first, we have a main character, which is remembering things, and in his mind you see the word. Some of the word is a black bar on top of it, and like, okay, well, that's because it was a mascot. He doesn't remember. No, dude, the girl wished for her friend to forget about her, which is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yeah. And even the leader of the bad guys, the one that wants all the queen for himself, you realize that he was a loser in real life. Nobody ever helped him. You know, like the good guy. There's a one of his what should I call it? And it's so well done. It's so well done. So one of his what should I call it? one of his underlings gets hurt, and people are like, kill him, he's weak. And then the leader goes in, takes up, take out one of his own tooth, give it to him. Said, if you suffer, I'll suffer with you. Then guess what happened? There's a monster, like a huge guy, like a super super strong guy, that attack our group of survivor or our main group of characters. And guess what? He's missing one teeth. So you know that's the main guy, which is super good. Oh, they get kicked. You get their asses kicked. They're so good, so good. And yeah, that's pretty much the story. The art style is phenomenal. It's fantastic. It's really freaking cool. The idea of the girl taking over the body by entering it and controlling it is fantastic because you get a weak will character, you got a strong will character. It's sort of done though. It's sort of a Evangelion. It's sort of a it's sort of a turning into France. Sorry about that. It's sort of a, I would say Gundam, and Gundam, the suit doesn't have a personality, so that's a bit different. But yeah, and again, the art style is very cool. There's a lot of nakedness without showing nakedness, so it's cool. But you know that the main public is possibly dudes, which is not a big deal. I'm like, hey, if you like this is fantastic. So go ahead. Do I think does this need? It depends. It depends. The thing that was this need for nudity, the way it's presented is weird because it's mostly one girl that gets naked, and is the female counterpart, and she's like very okay with it, and you're like, how? This is weird. This is a bit simpy, right? For example, and there's sort of things that are not explained. So, for example, at the very beginning of the episode, at the very beginning of the series, so the main character saved the girl because she is gonna be burning. So he saves her, right? And he takes out her panties because the monster inside of him wants her. So he's about to grape her. But then he realized, like, what am I doing? I'm doing something wrong. And it's never explained. So there's some part that are lacking. However, I think that's just possibly a problem with the animation and on the manga. And the manga is possibly explained. The manga is 14 volumes, so kind of long. I could check. But yeah, it's just so good. It's just so good. The way it's told, the way the story is made. It just, I do think the main character plays a big role into why I like the anime so much. Like, I did talk about it's tougher. Give me a second, I need to check something. Rengoku. So long ago. Whoa, oh. So I don't belong on this planet. What am I singing? What am I singing? Some Bring Me the Horizon? Because funnily enough, we watched a show we watched a song 2 days ago, and the song was called Lost, and the mention of Evangelion. Watching Evangelion, I lost the plot a little while ago. Whoa. Oh. Okay, give me a sec. See, I'm tired. When I'm tired, I lose focus, which is not that hard, but still. Yeah. So, if you look at the number of chapters, I don't think is that important, but I strongly recommend it. And I'm gonna be honest, like, the last anime that I saw that was really good, that was worth something. Tower God was good, but it wasn't that good. No, it wasn't that. It's good, but it's so like lost in a world that I don't understand. You know, that's when I watched. I was that good. I'd say possibly possibly sometimes to be a hero. Yeah, sometimes to be a hero. If I have to choose again, I would possibly go with making this nameless village a impenetrable fortress is really good. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Exhausted. Why am I this way? Yeah. Stupid medicine. Oh, so terribly lost. Yeah, I don't belong on this planet. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. And it's doing well, so having a wonderful day on this glorious night, doing glorious freaking 20th July 2026. I am gonna be honest, I am 21st. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Okay, good. Okay, good. It's the 20th of July. I'm so tired. I'm gonna do this. I don't think I'm gonna do an intro today. I have to, but I'm not gonna do it too long. Don't look, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Okay, they're doing website, having a wonderful day. We've been up for 16 hours. 15. Pretty tired, but I wanted to do a last video, so let's freaking go. Today we're doing movies. We're doing 4 movies. I gotta be honest. One of them was really good. The rest was sort of okay at best. So yeah. I'm sorry. What a way to start a video. I hope you guys are doing well. I have to hope everything is okay. I'm sorry about this. Just I had one hell of a day. One hell of a day. So you know what? I'm gonna be completely honest. Two of those movies are fantastic. Two of those movies are not so great. So we're gonna go in order with before yesterday because we haven't done movies in a couple of days. Why? Because we got a new playthrough of The Tower, which is demanding all my attention, which is making me exhausted. So the first movie that we watched, which was the best of the 4 by far, was IT with Pierce Brosnan. It was just phenomenal. So the story of the movie is Pierce Brosnan is this rich businessman. He owns a company where you're kind of Uber. The way to describe it is a Uber for airplane, so for billionaires. So basically, what happened is there is a application that is created, which is again to order a airplane. So they needed IT guy. Enters this genius, right? His genius has this problem where he is sort of very intense, and he's trying to get close to the family because he wants what he has. He looks at the daughter. The daughter is hot. The daughter is underage, and he's like, well, in the movie she's underage. I'm sure the actress is not, because she was. And by the way, there's a scene where she masturbates, so I hope she wasn't underage because that's fucked up. So in the story, he falls in love, and then he's like, "You have a really nice house. I would like to have a house like that." It doesn't mean that he's gonna steal the house. Doesn't mean that he envied the house, but at the same time, it means that okay, well, this guy is seeing himself in the future. And at first, this is what's sad about the movie. At first, Pierce Brosnan see a guy with ambition, and you see a guy who's like, okay, well, this guy has a thirst for money. I got money. I got a thirst for what he has, which is knowledge and IT. So we can serve each other, right? Which is great. So he goes in, introduces his family. The guy right away breaks it. So, for example, the daughter tells him he has a daughter on Facebook, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" She's like, "I'm bored." So the guy shows up with a bottle of alcohol. And Piers, what I love about the movie, what I really, really like about the movie, is that right away, what he does is he's like, "Hey, um, you're not invited. This is for family and friend. Go away." So I like that he's trying to establish boundaries, and the character of Beard Brosnan is phenomenal. So then the IT guy gets pissed off, and the IT guy starts fucking up the company. What is really cool is that it's showing up the AI, how far it can go. The action is actually really cool. So, for example, there's a moment where Pierce Brosnan is using his car, and his car does have intelligent brakes. So the guy is able to hack in the system for the brakes, and able to use the brakes, which forces Pierce to take a break. Right. I love that he uses one of my favorite part of the show is that um, it showed the power of AI, but in a kind of like a good way. So, for example, right, they go to this. So he hired this sort of cleaner, if you will, which is a killer, and is a cleaner for the internet. So what he does is he's like, okay, well, I have access. So he's like, well, because you're the antagonist is a hacker, you don't trust the cloud, which means that he has thumb drive. If you can find a thumb drive, you can find pretty much everything. So then Pierce Brosnan, because he doesn't know anything about the computers, has a problem finding the thumb drive, which leads the IT guy to show the apartment, and he's able to be like, hey, guess what? Guess what? I have camera, I have eyes on you, and I'm able to say where he is. So the guy, which is the cleaner, which is the IT guy, is able to help Pierce Brosnan escape. So the movie is actually really good. I was so afraid. I was so afraid because I thought it was gonna be like, oh, be careful with AI, which I think is important to be careful with AI. I don't think it's the root of all evil. I think it's sort of like a gun, if you will. A gun is not dangerous in the hand of the proper person, right? There's how many police officer with a pistol compared to the people in the streets with a pistol? There's more police officer. Is there shooting every single day? No. And did the shooting include police? Right? Because it's a test to okay, well, are you able to have access to it, right? The movie itself is actually really good. There's a lot of suspense. My only kind of gripe with it is like they made the main antagonist so interesting. So for example, at the beginning, he's a guy that went to the army and well, he went to the army, so he had a lot of knowledge because he was able to get a lot of knowledge from secret services. But then you realize that's all bullshit. You got fired for being a perv, right? So it's like so you're like, okay, well, you made an interesting character, which is dangerous because he has knowledge on technology that is military grade into simply a perv. So you take away from the character by simplifying him, and you have to do it because you have to villainize the guy. But I like the fact that Pierce Brosnan is a rich dude, and the other guy is just smart. So who's gonna win, money or knowledge, right? And sadly, money is the hero here. So, right? The antagonist at first starts to be like super interesting, like charismatic, and I gotta say, you root for him. For example, right? For example, he looks at the daughter, which is a bit weird because she's underage, but at the same time, it does feel a bit more. It's tough because it does feel a little bit more. What should I call it? There's a couple minutes where you think that this guy is just trying to get close to Pierce, to the money for the money, because he goes to the restaurant, he takes a picture of the cleavage of the waitress, like oh he's a perv, which is also very well portrayed. And that's it. So that's the movie. It was a really good movie. Um, Honestly, I had a lot of fun. Second movie of the day was The Neighbor, which the guy who plays Mahone and Prison Break. I don't know your name. I'm sorry. But that movie wasn't that great. So the story is sadly wasn't that great. The story is the story of a neighbor, just a cute couple coming in, and the guy is in a loveless marriage. He's tired of his wife, so he finds a new neighbor to be freaking hot. He's like, hey, what if I had a chance with her? The thing I would do to her are non-speakable, right? So he had a crush on the neighbor, and he's in a lot of marriage, so he doesn't move, right? So the movie is portrayed. The movie as give me a sec. I need to do something here. Ugh. Whoa. Yeah, chilling with a lady. Chilling with a lady because it made me feel happy. I'm such a simple dude. It is kind of crazy. So the neighbor, in my opinion, wasn't a great movie, right? So there's a new neighbor that comes in. The husband is a complete asshole, which is possibly the saving grace of the movie because it's not so much about the marriage not working. It's about the neighbor being in a bad love situation. The both neighbors, which is our main character, which is Mahone, in a bad situation with his wedding, and the other one, which is also a bad situation, because the husband is violent, right? Um, okay, mom's. My mom called text me. I will be there. I'm coming in tomorrow, and she texted me. She texted me yesterday. Are you okay for tomorrow? I'm like, yes. Are you okay for Tuesday? Yes, mom. Today, this morning, she's like, hey, don't forget about tomorrow. Yes, mom. Now she texts me for please confirm for tomorrow. Yes, mom. Usually I have a bit more energy than this, so I might less. But now I'm just pissed. Good night. Good night, mom. You too. Love you. And I don't want to be an ass with my mom. That's not the goal here. I'm so terribly lost. Good. 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 So yes, like I was saying, fuck. Now I'm dude. I cannot. I have to do this video like midday because at night I cannot work. And I'm not blaming my mom. I'm just tired, so it's not her fault. It's my fault for getting up this morning. It was a really busy day today, which was great. So yeah, so with my mom, so with the movie itself is actually kind of boring because it's a suburb. So you realize that the wedding is not super good. So for example, he's not really spying on them, and you hear them having sex, which is our Mahone character, main character, protagonist, and he tries to have sex with his wife. Then she rejects him. So the movie pretty well explain like this is the proof that this wedding is not going well. Him not having sex is not the reason. The wife being kind of complex is he a good guy? No, he's an asshole. For example, she'll tell him about stuff, and you can tell that he's disconnected. You can tell that he's not in love. So like, okay, well, I don't care, and he doesn't say I don't care, but he shows that he don't care. And the wife, instead of like being like, okay, well, you know what, maybe I should change subject, maybe I should take interest, right? For example, so they have this conversation, and again, I feel like I'm blaming the wife, but I'm not. I'm just saying that's a good example of what they portrayed. So they're talking about something, which is her job, right? And then the guy's clearly connected, and it's like, hey, but she's like, you're not listening to me. What did I just say? And the guy clearly didn't listen, right? Like, hey, I'm sorry, he lies. He said I have a deadline for tomorrow, which is not true. And his wife is like, don't forget the past show light. And it's like, okay, well, you kind of you believed him for the lie of him being too busy and too worried to help you or to listen to you, but then he has to do something which doesn't make any sense. She is that's the main goal. So they get close. They have a pass. He has a pass of smoking weed. The lady she smoked weed. The neighbor she smokes weed. They get really close. One of the also the main driving game is neighbor. Because they have a neighborhood, and that was actually well done. It was actually really well done. So he has this neighborhood party in the beginning to welcome the new neighbor because she's cute, and you got this other guy which is an asshole. Right? He's like, oh, dude, she's hot. Our shorts are a criminal, and he's like, this guy's an asshole. So this, what the neighbor does, which is not the neighbor, direct neighbor, but the neighborhood neighbor, what he does is he reinforces the feeling of, dude, this girl is right for the taking. She's with an asshole. You like her? Just try to shoot your shot, right? Which is kind of cool. And but he encouraged him. So at the end, what happened is Mahone goes in, he makes a move, she gets rejected. What he does is he gets in a fight with the boyfriend. The boyfriend attack him. What he does is he take a golf club because the guy is shown to be a golf club owner, which he hits the golf club owner, and it's kind of nice because it's kind of like he deserves it. Like, oh my god, you killed him. So then the neighbor, which was he was in love with, called the cops and he gets arrested. So why was the movie not that great? Because my whole character is just boring. It's just boring. It's a dude that is very, very looking for the proper term, not to be offensive. He settled down. He's very okay in his bullshit. He's very okay in how he feels. He's very okay with the situation. He's very okay with the world surrounding him, and that is not a bad thing per se, but it just is weird in a sense of why, dude. And again, the movie does a poor job portraying the relationship before the neighbor is right. So, for example, if you had a portrayal of this couple is on the rock before, it explains a lot more. Now it just feel like, hey, there's this new neighbor. Me and my wife are not getting along, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna be okay with it. But now that there's a new neighbor, maybe I'm gonna do a move. Be like, dude, if it wasn't for the neighbor, you'd be still in that shitty situation. So your point of motivation is purely luck, and this point of motivation, which is purely luck, doesn't make any sense because if it didn't happen, you would be in a position that you are in. So your portrayal, which is, hey, she's really pretty and she is my neighbor, only makes sense when your wedding is not working. Your wedding is not working, you didn't leave her because you settled down. So the fact that there was this one thing that changed, you done settling down. So the point of motivation is not that clear. You're like, okay, well, it's a bit weird. That did not make sense? Okay. I'm gonna say it again. Give me a sec. Watching a new vacation. I'm gonna do this. So I don't belong on this planet. Someone help me. Why am I this way? Stupid medicine, not doing anything. Because I'm just uploading a video. Because I need to upload a lot. That way we do get stuff. Someone help me, why am I this way? Stupid medicine, not doing anything. I am I this fucking way. Pam pam pararam pam. Why am I filming this? Because I'd rather film this and be like, hey, I did it, than not filming it like, okay, well, he said that he's busy, he said that he's not focused, he said that he has a lot to take care of. You don't actually see him do anything else than just blah, blah, blah. I'm going to repeat what I was saying, right? Because I don't think I did a proper job at explaining, right? So the guy, we don't know the situation before the neighbor moves in. The guy, from the way he is, he's very settled, he's very pacific, he's very acceptant of his reality. So you know that he's not happy, but he's acceptive of that, right? So the nucleus, which is the reason why the whole movie is going on, is because his neighbor moved in. My problem with the movie, if the neighbor didn't move in, it would still be a shitty wedding. How shitty is the wedding if you're not willing to leave, right? Doesn't make sense. Also, like for example, you have this you have this whole point where um the husband is an asshole. But again, if the husband wasn't, this is the crazy part, because both of those things that I'm gonna say are very small increments of the reason why the movie is going on, right? If the husband was an asshole, if he was a nice guy, if he was like a good dude, would you actually go after him? Would you have to go after his wife? If the wife was in love, so it's both. It's like three um three instances where you're questioning the motivation of the main character, the protagonist, which is again, she is cute, she's been mistreated, is an asshole, doesn't deserve her. Your wedding is failing. Take away one of those, or one of the three, and there's no movie, right? So it just seemed like like very poor. And again, this is I like the actor of Mahone. I think he's a great actor. He's talented. But this is poor portrayal of what's going on. This is poor portrayal of the situation. All you need to do, all you need to do is what? All you need to do is three things, which is super simple. First of all, right? You need to have a before the movie. So before the movie is our relationship not doing well. What I want to have also is a possible chance of him cheating on his wife, which means that he had this idea but didn't pull it, right? And he regrets not pulling it because his wedding is not working, right? And third of all, I want the shopping. So if the couple came in and right away he noticed it, and he's an asshole, and she's really pretty. If they go shopping, it's like, and the wife as in the background is like, as almost as a joke, I'm like, these people were weird. I hope we don't have them as neighbor. Then a couple of time pass, and then holy shit, they are our neighbor. So you have this prerequisite where you had a thought of, yeah, that was fucked up. This guy's an asshole, right? And the way you're portraying the guy as an asshole is when he's drinking his violence, and there's a couple of like screaming, she gets hit, which really sucks, but you don't portray it. So, for example, she says, "Hey, I'm good." And even if she's suffering abuse, what I'm going to say is disgusting, but even if she's suffering abuse, the fact that she doesn't proclaim that she's being abused, the fact that she's not seeking your help, the fact that she didn't ask for your help, doesn't allow you to intrude, right? Of course, the right thing to do is to tell the boyfriend, like, fuck off, don't touch her. But at the same time, if she's accepting of that, who are you to say, hey, you're dumb because you're getting hit and you're not saying anything? You don't know what the person is feeling. You don't know if the current chemistry. You don't know if when he's sober, he's a nice guy. You don't know. So yeah, so the movie does a very poor portrayal. The kid comes in right away. I would have loved for the father to be closer to his kid, but even then, not really. So the father's not close to the kid, and the kid gets close to Scott, which is the husband of the new neighbor. Because Scott is a funny guy. He's a charismatic guy. He swears. So the son is like, okay, well, this is sort of a, because the son is in a university or something like that, right? Like, okay, well, this is a grown ass dude, but he reminds me of one of the frat bros, right? So I'm gonna chill with him. If the father poor portrayal, poor relationship, kind of pushed the son away for the neighbor, but then it's like, oh, this guy stole my son. No, dude, you don't have a good relationship with your son. If you had a better relationship, you would have not left, right? And again, it's just the main character is a pushover, and you just feel bad because he's such a pushover, and you want to tell him desperately, like, dude, a lot of the things that are going on in your life is because you didn't act on it, right? And that sucks. That sucks. Like, so also one of the main point is the neighbor. She said, "Hey, I'm gonna leave him. I'm gonna leave my husband." But at no point it's like, "Are you gonna leave your wife?" At no point she's showing interest. She's telling him, which our main character, "I'm gonna leave my husband." And our main character is like, except instead of saying, "Do you have a guy in mind? Do you have another relationship in mind?" You're just like, "Oh, okay." What are you doing, dude? And again, it's so complex because you're married, so you don't want to jump the ship. At the same time, that ship is sinking. So either you're willing to sink with it, which is the failing marriage, or you're jumping in for another ship, which is the neighbor. Our main character does what? Sink with the ship. Like, well, guess what? I there's one free boat, and that free boat, no, there's one like safety vest. I'm gonna drift away from the boat. No, dude, you had a chance to board the boat, you missed it. Don't swim towards the boat. You missed it, you missed it. That's it. So yeah, so not that great of a movie. And even the ending, at the ending, like he defends himself, so he ends up killing the husband. If at the very least it was on purpose, because right now, so this guy's an asshole, and you see him beating his girlfriend, and he finally does something. Our main character does something. The first time he has balls in the show, in the movie, and he's like, "Don't touch her." And Scott, which is the boyfriend, abusive boyfriend, is like, "What the fuck is he gonna do?" So you push him, and then our main character takes a golf club and it hits him. So it's a complete accident and he kills the guy. So they didn't have any intent. And when the cops comes in, it's like, oh well, then what are you gonna get charged with? Like the whole movie purpose is, oh, his new neighbor becomes his obsession. But it'll be like that because I'm comfy and I'm tired, so I allow myself to be comfy. If you don't like it, I don't care. I don't care. So the whole purpose of the movie, the whole like, the way they sold it's like, how well is what happened when your wedding is failing and your neighbor becomes your obsession. Like literally, the portrayal of the poster is Mahone looking down at the girl who's getting changed. So it's supposed to be like something of obsession. Yes, the guy is obsessed. Yes, he constantly think about her. Yes, he constantly speak in the garden. But to no extent. So it's like, hey, dude, I got her panties. And I got a couple of photographs of her being naked. So it's very pacifist. And like, what the heck? What the heck? Today's movie, because we did watch the movie today. The movies weren't that great. We had St. Vincent, which was okay. So St. Vincent is the story of Bill Murray, which is actually pretty good acting. So he comes in as this shitty man, right? So there's this kid, and there's what's her name, Melissa McCarthy, which I adore. I really like her as Tammy. So they're the new neighbors. The old neighbor is a grumpy dude, which ends up being played by Bill Murray. Bill Murray is portrayed in this movie perfectly, which is an old grumpy man. The kid is sweet. The kid doesn't have any life survival. It's really cool because the kids get kind of bullied. So bullying is not cool, but the kid being bullied kind of pushes Bill Murray character to take care of him. So Bill Murray character is actually like a really good character because you see the kid, it's like, dude, I'm gonna be a babysitter. You can do what I want to do. So for example, he goes to track, he goes to drink. So he's kind of like an asshole, but he's a proper asshole. And he does teach the kid, at the end, he does teach the kid some pretty valuable lesson. So when you look at it like that, it's like, okay, well, this is not such a bad thing. The method behind it is very poor. The result is actually very poor, but it makes sense, right? That's actually fantastic. However, there's a couple problem with the movie. So the mother being absent, she give, and again, I like the portrayal of Maggie, which Melissa McCarthy, but she gives shit to the neighbor because the neighbor is dating a prostitute. He goes to the bar, he goes to the race, right? You're blaming him, but you're not there. And for example, the kid has a what should we call it? The kid has a presentation. Oh shit! I forgot to do that. Oh yeah, we forgot to do this. Something important. Shit, am I still? Ah, shit. One minute long, guys. Fuck. Forgot. Shit la merde. Something mal ago. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, it didn't work. Didn't freaking work. It's okay. It's too late now. What happened? I forgot to put the microphone arm on the phone. But I'm done in like 20 minutes. Not even so. Is there a point here? Not really. Are we gonna be okay? Yeah. It just sucky. It just sucky. Yeah, good. So let's go. So with Saint Vincent, like the character of Maggie is supposed to be this righteous mom, but she's not really righteous. The father of the kid, which ends up being a cheater, ends up being a good guy. So yes, he cheated on the mom, which is disgusting. But every single time that he's cheating on the mom, you're like, oh my god, this guy's such a bad dude. But then he comes in and he's actually like, but his father is actually a good dude, you know. And the kid's super mature. So for example, the kid gets bullied at the beginning, then he makes a friend, so life is better. And you realize that because of Bill Murray character, right? Um, he's able to fight himself. There's a lot of saving grace. For example, the kid doesn't believe in God. Well, not that he doesn't believe in God. He just doesn't have an indication for the God, for gods. And then he learns about holy people. You know, learns about the saints, which is why the movie is called Saint Vincent, right? Because he thinks that his neighbor is a saint. There's a lot of like good moments in the movie. It's not really well made. For example, the prostitute is only endearing because she takes care of him when he has his stroke, which is kind of the later third of the movie. So for the first two thirds, she's not doing good. Um, the guy has a wife. Bill Murray has a wife. She ends up dying, which does serve a purpose of he had this wife and he had this emotion, which led him to depression, but it doesn't serve a purpose. The purpose of depression is that he insults a kid, which he spends so much time talking about it for no peculiar reason. So it's kind of complex because the no peculiar reason is not true. So when the kid asks around why is he a saint, because he has a project to do, which is who is a person in your surrounding that you think would make a good saint. So the kid say Vincent, right? So the kid goes to the hospital where their wife was, and it's like, oh well, he's been doing the cleaning for 11 years. Oh yeah, he's a good dude, but he's not. He's not. In the same movie, we see him stealing medication from the cabinet. So you're like, these people are protecting a guy that stole from them. You know. Um, the main character is actually pretty well done because she's a bitty mom that's trying to offer the best for the kid, but at the same time, there's so little purpose to the character, not in the sense of who she is as a person, as a mom. 'Cause I think as a mom, she's doing the best she can, which is very valuable, but there's still a little purpose. For example, so she's working in an hospital, and they make a big deal of the fact that she has to work a double shift because nobody to replace her, which ultimately leads Vincent to take the kid to the bar, which is horrible. But then the next day, there's no consequences. So you took the kid to the bar, and it's not like, oh my god, you took my kid to the bar. Fuck you, dude. You did something that's really wrong. You're just like, well, did you have a good time? Okay, cool. So yeah, so ton of bad stuff. And the movie suffer from that. The movie does suffer. Like if you take Maggie, you make her a little bit more present, a bit more worried. If you take the kid and you make him a bit acting different, for example, he starts swearing or he starts talking about betting, you know, it would have been cool. But you don't show, and you're automatically putting the kid against his mom because you're choosing to protect Bill Murray character by not saying. So, for example, the mom get pissed off. She's like, "Did he take you to the bar?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's social study." Did he tell you that he was dating a prostitute? And the kid's like, "That's economy and biology." And you're like, "Dude, you're protecting an asshole." And yes, he does have redeeming quality. He has a lot of them. So, for example, he teaches the kids to fight. So, for example, the kid's getting bullied, and then he's like, "Hey, I know your mom's, and if you hurt my this guy, I'm gonna hurt your mom." He's just a bad guy, just a bad dude. And there's so many movies of that of a bad father figure who ends up being kind of sweet. That Saint Vincent isn't that great. It's not bad per se, but it's not that great. And I gotta say, shout out to Bill Murray because he plays a guy that got a stroke. He plays him kind of really well, but at the same time, it's tough because there's so many like. And again, you try to portray life, so not everything is important, but sometimes so many things are sort of meaningless that you don't really pay attention to it. You're like, oh, okay. I don't know why they talk about that, but that was not super meaningful. Now we have the other movies. I'm gonna go on Tubi. Not too long ago, whoa, oh, I lost the plot a while ago. My honesty. Ooh, the other movie though was phenomenal. The other movie though was phenomenal. Saint Vincent, I wanted to like it because ultimately speaking, it is a good movie. It is meaningful. Like The guy ends up being a old grumpy dude, and at the end of the movie, he has a family. The prostitute is there. The kid is there. It's not his, but it's the kid. There's Maggie that's there. There's a kid that's there. So they're happy. They live together. And it's super sweet because you take this super. And when I talk about Maggie, which is the character of Miss McCarthy, what I mean that like there's not a lot of purpose to a character is very simple. It's very simple, and I love the character. I love the actress too. But at the end of the movie, you can literally say that Saint Vincent is a better dude. He's a nicer guy. You can see the prostitute. Well, you know what? She found a loving dude, and now she has her kid, so she is happy. You can tell that the kid in question that was getting babysit improved. He has friends now. He has a place where he belongs. He has a healthy relationship with his father. The healthy relationship with his father is important too. You look at Maggie, and what she get out of it? Nothing. It's like, why are you rewarding everybody else but her? It's like, okay, well, what was the meaning of that, you know? And it makes you question the importance of her character in the story. Because, ultimately speaking, what is the movie? The movie is the beginning, there's a person, they go through something, they improve, find a solution, and the movie. Her character didn't improve, her character did digress. She loves the constant care of the kid. You just feel bad for her because she lost a lot, you know. And Vincent is not punished for that. Of course, she had a stroke, but still. Next, Silver Lining. So, Silver Lining is a story. It's a movie with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. I have heard bad stuff about that movie. I wasn't gonna watch it. I spent not necessarily years avoiding that movie, but I could have watched it years ago. And I didn't. I choose not to. Why? It's not important. It is important in the sense of I possibly should have watched it before, but I didn't. So then, that's the most important part. You gotta check if this rating tomorrow. I don't belong on this planet. Something to do. Someone tell me why am I this way? Stupid medicine, something, anything. I am I this fucking way? I wanna go sleep, dude. I'm still terribly lost. Good. I think I was saying. Okay, so, yeah, right now we're in a mood of just going, and I know I'm repeating myself, but that's all I can take about. Sadly. I want to do, and I have to do an intro like I didn't do one today. I don't think I've ever missed an intro, which is crazy. To think, and in years, well, not in years, but in 292 days, 91, we didn't miss an intro. So, Silver Lining, I avoided, but it was actually a really good movie. So, the story of Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. And to be honest, like, there was the reason why I watched it, because I gotta be honest, was somebody McKinney something. I don't Grace McKinney. I don't know what her name is. Getting a lot of flack for our age gap movies that's coming out soon, and people were talking about Silver Lining. Like nobody cared about Bradley Cooper, which was much older than Jennifer Lawrence. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Did that make me watch the movie? No, but seeing that it was still culturally relevant, I'm like, you know what? Why not? The movie really surprised me. It was actually really good. So the story is the story of Bradley Cooper, which is a dude that's bipolar. We don't know that he's bipolar. He gets diagnosed, and that's why he has his relationship with his wife, and his relationship is not really going well. And the movie, there's so much to like, so much that you don't really not necessarily don't understand, but there's so much thing that's like, okay, what the fuck? What was that for? So he had his wife, and his wife, so she ended up cheating on him. Sorry, and even his portrayal, even the portrayal of the guy, the portrayal of the story of what happened after cheating, it's sort of weird. So he goes to see his wife, and his wife is cheating on him, And the guy said, "Hey, you should go." Which is like, what the fuck? But then you realize that possibly meant that, hey, they're together now, and you don't belong here. You should possibly go, right? So it's so weird because it's never precise in the movie. The main character, which is Bradley Cooper, ends up kind of being an unreliable narrator, but not in the sense of oh, oh shit. Oh, give me a second, guys. So they sent me a nude. Oh no. Give me a second, guys. Yeah. Oh, Inky. You fucked it up. Shit. How much do you have? Fuck. You fucked it up. Okay. You can say, guys, somebody sent me a nudes and you can see it in the video. So I have to, I have to sort of delete it. Okay. Oh, people. It's okay, it's my fault, but I could have avoided that. So let's say, disons. Disons is let's say in French. Well, it's not let's say, but it's sort of similar to let's say. Right? And now I'm just gonna do something, which is make some storage. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. Da 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 da. Okay, that's good. Move the trash. And lost the plot a little while ago. Whoa, oh. Good news, I can actually do it right now. Because in a perfect world, I go to sleep and this is done. Is it a perfect world? I don't know. Am I gonna do it in front of you guys? Yes. Why? Why ask why when there's no answer? Does that make sense? Okay. I won't belong, so I don't belong. And it's okay. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful for said pictures, but the goal wasn't to film it. Of course, I didn't do it on purpose, but still. Ah, this is why. Why did I die? Don't let me feel in myself and not to the more. A no more. I'm gonna be honest right now. Lately, we've been struggling a lot with the what should we call it? Uh-huh. Okay. And then I'm gonna do 259. I'm gonna go 258, 50. 50. Good. I'm gonna be honest, I've been struggling a lot with the storage lately. But I gotta be honest, we're doing good. We're doing good. Like I'm not gonna have it's big ask. I don't think I'm gonna have problem today. Maybe tomorrow, but today no. And the greatest thing is I'm gonna be sleeping in tomorrow because there's no sunrise, so I get to do this. Yeah. And good news, it is able. I don't know how much time it's gonna take, and I don't know how good we're gonna do, but we're gonna try our best. If I can finish this before we go sleep, I can upload it. I don't have to worry about shit tomorrow, which is great. Okay, silver lining, right? So the story and Bradley Cooper ends up being like, so it's a guy that works on himself, and the first thing he wants to do is getting back his wife. So the movie is really good and really well portrayed, really well portrayed. So for example, how can I put this? He meets Tiffany, which is the Jennifer Lawrence character, and he realized that he has more in common with her than her ex-wife. And slowly, the obsession, which is kind of good, the obsession with his ex-wife leaves. And the movie is so well put together that the closer he gets to Jennifer Lawrence, the better he is. The closer he is to her, the less he thinks about his wife. He's obsessed about his wife, and the best he's doing mentally speaking, right? Then enter the complex, right, which is the family of Robert De Niro, which because he's the father. Robert De Niro character is kind of complex because he is this father that's gambling, and he doesn't add a lot to the story, right? So he's just like, okay, well, this is one of the reasons why the son is so stressed. There's a clear dislike of brothers. So what happened was Jake was the perfect kid. Jake is the older brother. Was the perfect kid. Bradley Cooper wasn't. So that means that in his father's eyes, Jake was the promised children, promised kid, which is kind of shown throughout the movie as Bradley didn't have what it takes, sadly, which kind of sucks. But then it pushes the purpose of, okay, well, this is why he has problem. However, you're doing your undoings because you said that Bradley had the character of Bradley Cooper had bipolar disorder. The problem also a bunch of characters like his friends. They're trying to make him seem like better, but they do it so poorly. For example, there's this there's the friend, right, and they keep on saying, so the movie is not perfect, it's flawed. They keep on saying like the wife doesn't want to see me there, but the wife's actually very caring. She's very caring towards Bradley Cooper character, the wife of the friend. It's like, where did you get this idea that she didn't like him? And then, because he's an unreliable narrator, you start to question why she doesn't want him there, and it doesn't show. But then you realize the friend's a bit crazy also. So the weekend when he has rage, he listens to metals and he punches on things. They're gonna have problems. So maybe Bradley character was kind of like a nucleus, or they were toxic together, which is kind of sucky. But that's, I guess, what it is. There's Chris Rock's character that comes in. Chris Rock's character is so weird, and I love Chris Rock, but he's so weird. Is this guy that used to go to the same place that Bradley Cooper did, and he just fails. So there's like, okay, well, he didn't do good enough. He's brought back to the mental institute. To what purpose? If it was creating a fear for Bradley to go back there, okay, I understand. For what purpose? There's no purpose to it. So it's just like a bit weird, right? And it's just to show the purpose is what? Showing that the father's an asshole. The father see that the kid has mental issue. It's like, no, that's my lucky charm. Finish the game with me. So his father has a gambling problem, right? Jake ends up being one of the favorite characters. Because forget when you meet him, he's an asshole. He's like, hey, I'm doing well. Hey, I'm married. You broke up with your girlfriend. Hey, I'm getting really good with my job. Oh, you don't have a job. Okay, cool. They're being an asshole. But then Jake has his brother back. They go to an ego game together because it's a big game of ego. The father being a gambling addict means that they're a big fan of sports. And them being a big fan of sport actually plays a role that's super cool because the betting and shit like that, which ultimately leads to the ending, which is kind of phenomenal, right? And whatchamacallit? Yeah, the brother protects it. They protect each other. There's love for each other. They were just needing to be bonded. You feel like the father fucks up a lot. The mother, she's not that important. The mother, the saddest thing about her is she goes to this is actually really cool. It's a really good moment, but it's so sucky. the mom tells Bradley like how it's going at home. The father restarted to gamble pretty hard, right? And like, oh, okay, well, and Bradley comes in and he plays the role of the son that is caring, and he's like, hey, mom tells me that you've been gambling heavy again, and then the father was like, oh, why did you tell him that? And you realize that Bradley possibly was the one that stopped his father from gambling. Now, for Jennifer Lawrence's character, because the movie is based on the two of them, and it's really well written. Jennifer Lawrence, there's nothing to say about the character. She's fantastic. And of course, I think she's gorgeous. It's not because of that. I think her character is so cool. So, for example, okay. The way I would put it, and again, I'm not trying to be an asshole. If you have bipolar disorder, this is not aimed at you. So, the character of Bradley Cooper, his whole trauma is all what he's going through. Everything he's going through is kind of linked to the sickness, kind of linked to his shitty family situation. Jennifer Lawrence's character is a person that's mourning. So basically, what happened is she was asexual. She wasn't feeling okay. So this is very interesting because, like, it not only makes sense, but it's kind of feasible in real life. So because it's feasible, like, oh well, that makes sense, right? So what happened is she's a slut, right? She is a SLUTE, a WHORE, I don't know if there's another one. Is there another one? Wow. See? Couple seconds. That's all it takes me to brain rot. Time for the brain rot.
Ce matin, en fond, je me retrouve seul avec moi-même et mon bagel.
C'est mon même bagel. Did I completely lose my mind? Yes. Yeah, so for some reason the character of Jennifer Lawrence kind of don't feel sexual needs. And then her husband dies and she becomes kind of this slut. She starts sleeping with everybody. And she's kind of super okay to talk about it, which is really cool because she is... Okay, so because of that, because she sleeps around, she's seen as this crazy, loony person, right? But she is okay with being crazy and loony. She's okay with that. Versus the character of Bradley Cooper, who promised, I'm doing well, don't worry about me, guys. I'm not taking my beds. I promised everybody that I was not going to talk to my ex-wife. My only purpose is to talk to my ex-wife. That's my only purpose, right? Tammy seems to have a screw loose, but she seems to be in charge of her own emotions, right? And even in the beginning, she's like, okay, well, let's go in the barn and fuck. I'm going to keep the lights off, I don't care. And it kind of makes you feel like, it kind of portraying that she's not healed correctly. But at the same time, that's the only time that she offered somebody to fuck. She wasn't trying to fuck the police officer. She's not trying to fuck the guy at the bar, right? So her problem is much better or much further in rehabilitation or in healing than Bradley Cooper character. Why is that important? It's important because it shows and French we say parcours. It shows the step that everybody follows. For example, you take a Alcoholic Anonymous, this 12 step, right? And the step of healing Tammy's character, which is Jennifer Lawrence, is much further in, which kind of makes her. So the movie is sort of romantic without being romantic. It kind of makes her not in charge of the healing, but further along, which is support system, right? I am further along my healing than you. So I was talking about the AA. There's a specific reason why I use the AA. So in the AA, there's a system called mentorship. So what you do is when you reach a certain amount of time without drinking, you can have mentoree, which there are people that are gonna call you like, hey, I feel like having a drink, bro. I need to talk to someone. I really need to talk to someone. Can you please talk? Can you please make some time for me? I feel like drinking, and I'm afraid I'm gonna be drinking very, very soon, right? So this is sort of the situation, right? So some good drama is going on. And I'm gonna be watching it tomorrow, playing Final Fantasy. So don't even worry, dude. So the cool part here is that Tammy being a bit healed. So the silver lining playbook, the whole purpose of it is that there's a dude that's fucked up that meets a girl that is fucked up, and because they're both fucked up, they belong together. But then you realize that no, they're not fucked up. And the beautiful thing is the plot twist at the end. So Bradley's trying to reach out, and the character of Jennifer Lawrence, she's like, you know what, actually quite nice. I'm gonna give her the letter for you, right? But she doesn't. She writes a letter. She writes a letter to answer, right? So then they have this romantic feeling for each other. So she says, "Hey, I have this dance class, and it's really therapeutic for me." So again, along the step of redemption, of healing, she did a step where she's looking for something to busy her mind, right? And then they start dancing, and then she falls in love totally with the character of Bradley Cooper. And this is kind of cool because you know that she's in love with him, but you don't know why he's not. You don't know when he falls in love with her. Then there's a plot twist, which is the biggest one. Not the biggest one, but the most well written, right? The most well written. So we learn why Tammy is on a whorish path. So she's like, okay, well, do you know why I am such a whore? And he's like, no, why? And she tells him like, when my husband died, we weren't having sex. So he went to the Victoria's Secret to get me something to get things going. And when he came back, he was helping someone, and there's a car that hit him. So the Victoria's Secret was still in his parking seat. So then this is why the movie's so good. Because again, this is why the character of Tammy shines and the character of Bradley Cooper doesn't. The character of Tammy is being hypersexual because of her lack of sexuality. She feels that it's her fault that her husband died. So she's trying to repair the fact by having a lot of sex. The reason her husband died was because they were not having enough sex. Her answer is, I will have as much sex as I want or I feel is needed. So she's healing in that sense of, I'm gonna do everything that I take to avoid a problem like that, right? So she writes a letter, and then he reads it, right? And the letter was important is the way she talks, because a lot of the thing that she writes, that is the way she talks, right? So they go back. The father's like, hey, you and your brother's gonna go to the game. You're both my lucky charm. You go to the game, right? And then a guy, which is a fan of the other team. So I think the Patriots, which is the Eagle, I'm not sure, attacks his brother, and Bradley Cooper's like, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight. But then he hits his brother, jumps in the fray, which leads him to. It's not clear. Did he get arrested or not? It's not clear. It's not told. But he missed a practice with Jennifer Lawrence's character. So then Jennifer Lawrence comes in, barging in. She's talking shit. She's actually very caring because she learned the scores to keep in touch. And the father's like, "You're no good. You're bad juju." Which the craziest thing is what? The craziest thing is that Bradley Cooper character, and this is why the movie is really good. Bradley Cooper character said, "My father thinks you're bad juju for it." So Jennifer Lawrence character is not said to care about these matches. The reason why she know the score, the reason why she checked up the score, was because the father of Bradley Cooper, which is Robert De Niro, said you're bad juju. So she wanted to make sure that she wasn't bad juju, which led her for what? Which led her to question the fact that, hey, oh no, the same mistake, the exact same picture. Ugh. With just you and me, nobody else, so you can be free. Then I keep asking myself, wondering help. If okay. With just you and me, nobody else, so we can be free. Nobody else, so we can be free. All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head, running through my head. All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head, running through my head. This is not gonna. Uh, this is not gonna. Good. Good. So now what I need to do is go back and do this. I got 32 gigs of free space. Crazy. Cancel the video. Okay, good. So this is good. This is good. Just gonna change it to 58. I wish I was a memory that to me. So I ask if I'm just dreaming. So I'm gonna do 14:45. So we lost 15 seconds. Good. Perfect. And now what we're gonna do is speed. We'll do 0.2. How's it? Is it too fast? Okay. Times 2. Yeah. Which gives us a whole ass. Have fun, Hunter. Where it's just you and me, nobody else, so we can be free. Nobody else, so we can be free. All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head, running through my head. All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head, running through my head. Won't be long. We just need to wait for the ad, and then we get to start. So I ask you if I'm just dreaming. I love you so much, so. Actually, not that bad. Not that bad because after that I'm done. But I have to do the intro, which is before I sleep. But still, 2 hours 44. So I ask if I'm just dreaming. And again, the same picture. It's okay. It's not that bad. We just need to. It's not that bad. There you go. We just need to watch another ad and that's it. Because this one was a minute and a half. I'm gonna put myself back here. Guys, remember when I was back? I was here. What was that? 20 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago. Just coffee. Just really comfy. So I ask if I'm just dreaming. I love you so much, so. Good. Perfect. And we got the 25. Yes. Please save. It works. This is insane because this is the worst thing you can do. So right now what we have is 3, not 1, 3 different, not scenario, but 3 different, like, files of me editing. Which is not a big deal because usually it affects, but I don't think it's gonna affect this time since it's such a small file, right? So yeah, so Jennifer Lawrence, she learns that hey, I know the stats, and when we're together, we're actually winning. So she knows that the father is the only kind of person that's against the relationship, and she counter him with stupid. Well, it's superstition. So it's not stupid, but when you don't have superstition, superstition seems a bit silly. I'm not stupid. I'm sorry. My apologies. Right? Yeah, so and then they go to the dance. It's really cool because the way she's talking about signs, and the way she's talking, you realize that the word she's using is the exact same word in the letter. So then you realize that he's pissed off because she wrote the letter, but then you realize that that's not true. He fell in love with her because she wrote the letter. He was like, hey, guess what? This girl really likes me. And then he starts to dance. They have this score. It's going well. And the way he acts is kind of weird because he's very cold towards her. So you're like, okay, well, he's really pissed off. So it does feel a bit dramatic for nothing. So what I'm trying to say here is that he's cold, which means that he's pissed at her. But no, he loves her and he realizes that she's the one. So he leave his ex-wife because she wanted him to lose weight and to do better mentally. And her, which is Jennifer Lawrence, takes him the way he is. And that's the way the movie ends. So it's really good because, again, there's complexity, there's emotion, there is there's character development, there's character entanglement. It's really fun. It's a really good movie. And that marks the end of the movie we watch. So for a movie, not bad. Took us like an hour. Oh my god. And after that, you wonder, hey, why are you so always so tired? Well, guess why? Nobody else wanted to be free. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Raise me. Good. I'm gonna be uploading.
Mum had a baby in her tummy, that one.
Did she?
Yeah, Dad isn't because, but they're working to the hospital
They're going to the hospital.
because they're going to check Mummy's tummy. She listened to baby's tummy. Well, Mama's coming. I can't see her. Mum can't carry her. Oh! I can't carry you because you put me down. Oh! Mama, I can carry you. Mom, Dada. Come on, Mama. They're waiting for cars to go past.
Oh yes, you gotta make sure it's nice and safe before you cross, don't you?
Safe now, Mama. We can go then. Mum had a baby in her tummy, that one.
Because of Sam's sacrifice, I lived for 32 more years. The years continued to pass as Lois and I got older. Then, Lois's cancer came back. It was hard seeing her so weak. She was dying. Everything good in my life, it came from you. It was never the same after. Even with all my friends and family, the world, it just felt less. So, I got a dog. How had I never had a dog before? Crypto and I, we took a lot of walks together, took a lot of naps, watched a lot of sunsets. And then, just like that, my heart gave out. It was almost exactly where my dad died. Somebody call 911! Thanks to Kyle, I didn't die there. The second time I died was so much different than the first. It was amazing. And suddenly, it came to me what life is all about. Joy, hope, forgiveness, wonder, friendship, family, love. I came to this world alone, but when I left it, I had so much. Because of Sam's sacrifice, I lived.
Did you know in the tower you can use a black...
You guys make 14,800.
Please get out of my way.
Snobby little jerk.
My worst purchase.
worst purchase?
Alright, be honest. I got a girlfriend.
You've been on Earth all this.
What is that? Is that a robin?
Et voilà. Patrick Jane, please report to the principal's office immediately.
It has come to my attention that Mr. Jane here performed an act of vandalism in the second floor boys' restroom.
It's true. Very well. How'd you know it was me that graffitied the bathroom?
A student told me.
Well, that's right. Because it was during class. And there was...
He's right about all of this.
What is this?
My favorite.
When do I know?
Actually noticed a 65 Jaguar.
By the way, was Jessica Alba cool to work with? No.
Young Sheldon actors who are reportedly nice versus rude. Zoe Perry is known
Nice.
as the kindest actress in Hollywood, and in the entire world, in fact. She is said to be truly a... Jordan, on the other hand, is said to be mean.
Yeah.
That's not just one person saying it. Several people
Rude.
have reportedly testified against him.
Nice.
Ford is said to have a reputation for being mean.
Oh.
Even though at first glance she may seem nice, in reality it would be quite different. Ian Armitage is known for being kind. The people who worked with him on the Young Sheldon set have all said
Okay.
the people who worked with him on the Young...
Okay.
Don't blink, it's your butt.
Day. Oh shit. Day. 291. Anime. Can't type. Show him what I got, though. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And we're back for the last video of the day. I am pooped. I'm exhausted, guys. I am pooped. The last video of the day is weirdly an intro and an outro. I'm just gonna try to clean this camera because this feels a little bit blurry. So yeah, so last video of the day, can't believe it. What a day has been. The reason why we're finishing with an outro intro is because, and usually I go a long time with my intro, so today, sadly, it's not gonna be the same because we are pretty tired. We're tired little guys. But we had a good day. By the way, tomorrow rain, which possibly means I'm gonna be streaming a shit ton. When I say a shit ton, I hopefully mean that I don't know what tomorrow is gonna bring me. I don't know what tomorrow is gonna bring me, dude. Final Fantasy 3, which I'm super excited for. So I'm gonna get my meal. I was supposed to make myself. Well, it's not make myself. It's cook, because we do have one that's not really frozen, but at least in the fridge. Pie, which is a chicken pot pie, which I do like. I do like myself a chicken pot pie. However, since we are lacking time, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do a well, it's not a big deal, but it's much less noise. I think I have eggs. I think I have eggs. I think I have. I always have eggs on the clock. On the clock. Guys, it's a fool. No, the apartment's a mess, I know. Okay. Sadly, I don't really have anything because I don't have mayo. So, yeah. It is okay. So, like I was saying, we usually start with an intro, but my whole day was kind of busy because right now what we're doing is we have a new playthrough, which is retro. You know the game. Can you guess the game? Do you want to guess the game? However, a little bit of pepper wouldn't hurt. Fuck it. Fuck it. Going to bed in half an hour, not even. Yeah, there's gonna be a very short one. Very short one. We're working on retro, which made me go to sleep later yesterday, which makes me wake up later this morning. But at the same time, I had such a good day. I was able to play some Fortnite, which was really fun. Really, really fun. Look at this. Perfectly cooked egg. How perfectly cooked? Because you can tell that it could have went a little bit longer. It's not a big deal. I still have 12 eggs and I still have chicken pot pie. My mom is coming tomorrow with more food. So just to let you know that I'm not needy of food. You know what I think she does? Because I did go to eat at my father's place. That's why you realize that you don't need seasoning. Well, that's not true. Sometimes you do need seasoning, but for now, no. I think she counts a meal. And tomorrow, we get to try ramen crab dinner, which is gonna be super nice. Did I just use the wall to crack an egg open? Yeah. This is my supper, guys. You can see that we have more energy. There's an energy of desperation. But we had a really good day. So, of course, I gotta say that because we're playing so much of the tower, it's kind of tiring. But I got some good news. For the storage, we're doing much better. It's not perfect, but it's better. Speaking of, am I uploading? I am. I am uploading. Can I tell you something weird? For me, a yolk is quite nice. A lot of people are more egg white than yolk. I am more than egg white. I know that they're not the healthiest part, but so. So, last night, oh my god, yes. Last night I was literally doing a live. Well, we were doing, okay, so technically speaking, we weren't doing a live, but yes. Because I'm not live. Technically speaking, I wasn't doing a live because I was doing gaming content, which is different. You know what? Do that jazz. Egg white is a lot nicer. I hope it's tastier. I haven't. It's been a while since I've had a runny egg. Why? I usually go with scramble, but I'm taking like a nice egg yolk. Pretty cool. There you go. That was half of my meal. What you're saying? Ink, you said that it was supposed to be a meal. I didn't mean it. I did not mean it. That was. I know that. Did you hear what I just said? I said ink. You said that this was after. This wasn't after your meal. No, that's what I meant to say. I said ink. You said that this was your meal, and then I said, no, that's not what I mean. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put them in the plants. For coffee purposes. Oh. You guys hear that? We had an alarm. I don't know what that alarm was, but I know there was an alarm. What are you? I know which phone it is, because I kind of know the sound of the phones. It was everything. So what is going on, my friend? It's not you? Is it you? Is it you? Oof. Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? No, but you know what's insane? Checking for who it was is the best thing we ever did. Why? Can't read my. No, we can read on my poker face. Because most phones are quasi out of battery, which is almost in French. No, I'm tired of speaking French. Because we revert back to your mother tongue. And because you revert back to your mother tongue, no matter what it is, you speak it. That's why when you hear people swear in their mother tongue, out of frustration, it's never in the language that you speak. Because that's the Oh, nice. Nice. Because this is the and I didn't put. Oh my god, I love myself. I love myself. You know what's crazy? If I added the meal here, I would be able to see the absolute tragedy that's in front of me. You know what you're saying? Pray tell me, what is the tragedy? We didn't put the eggs in the fridge. I'm pretty good at taking things out of the fridge. I sometimes forget to put them back. Like yeah. Can't read my. No, we can't read on my Frenchy face. Je sais pas qu'est-ce que je te dis. Parle-moi français. Parle-moi français. No, Velveeta cheese. Not my favorite, but hey. We do what we have, and what we have is Velveeta cheese. Shout out to my Velveeta people out there. All 4 of you guys. Yeah, I have to do this joke. Not the first time you hear it. But shout out to the 4 people that laughed. Damn, baby, he is the goat. Did you ever think, what is the craziest thing that you had? What is the craziest stuff that you had today? Because mine was right now. If animals were able to watch content, what kind of content would they watch? Yeah. They just said I'm desperate for a demographic. I am desperate for a demographic. Can't read mine, no, he can't read on my poker face. I am moving because I don't want you guys to see me scratching my balls. If you see that I'm scratching my balls, and then scratching my balls, however, I got both hands here, I'm not. I was just trying to do suck content. Or, divert attention for the real thought. Warm. Not too warm, but warm. So now my phones are screaming, "Feed us, Daddy, feed us." Okay, my kids. Like I say, my sons. No, I have some daughters in there. It's a whole gender discussion. Who's a she? Who's a he? Yo no sé. Pero que les compliqué. Pero yo no sabes, pero c'est bon. C'est bon, c'est bon, 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 c'est bon. What is c'est bon? C'est bon is it's good in French. But you say c'est bon, and I said c'est bon. So who is bon? I don't know. Okay, good. As in French, bon appetit, my friends. Take it up, my friends. All the thing that you said about the end. See, you've got the energy of the last meal, right? It ain't over till it's over. So please, please, just let me hear my piece. I refuse to let you feel. When I was young, I was so many times, but my father wasn't the greatest cook. He was the greatest try though. When he used to make me sandwiches, my father was very strict. I didn't dare defy the patriarch. I should have gone to the table, take a pee, and scream something along the lines of, "We're not gonna take it. Oh, we're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore." It'd be like, "Can you speak French?" And I'll speak English. And I'm like, "Okay, on va pas le prendre. Non, on va pas le prendre. On va prendre ton autorité. Plus jamais." Ah. In French, it doesn't sound that good, but hey, who else is singing that song in French? Raise hand. Nobody. Okay. Where are you? Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I gotta admit, I don't know what made that sound. I cannot sleep, I cannot dream tonight. I need somebody, and always the sick shake darkness comes creeping on to haunt me every time. And as I stare, I counted the webs from all the spider needing steam and needing there inside, and it innocent and it called you. And hear your voice a treason. I know what it is. Where you come home, let's stop this pain tonight. Let's stop this pain tonight. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. Don't waste your time on me. You're already a voice inside my head. I miss you, miss you. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep, I cannot dream tonight. I need somebody, and always the sick darkness comes creep me on to haunt me every time. And as I share, I counted. What is it? The storage is full. Big deal? No. Why? Your boy uploaded. Mmm. Mmm. People hate that. Well, if you're not happy, you can suck on my nuts. And when you're sucking my nuts, let's guess who's gonna make more noise, me or you? Possibly me, because that's good. But still, you know what I'm trying to say? No, okay, that was awkward. Okay, I deserve to be in jail, in the cool jail. No, the normal jail. Oh, okay, shit. Can I please go in the celebrity jail? Like Celebrity Big Brother Inmate Edition. Oh my god. Copyright that. Today is the 20th July. Velveta, middle spices, warm bread. Well, Luke warm bread. Luke Sky warmer bread. No Star Wars joke. Shout out to the 4 people that got us in the back. Oh. 3? That's, what happened to Bernard? Dead. Well. Shit. Rest in peace, Bernard. He was number 2. In my heart, he was number 1. This is my Mockingjay moment. What kind of name is that? Mockingjay. Gotta ask. So, and we have energy. But I'm also done eating. Feeling fantastic. Feeling grand. Oh, I got it. 255, which is a new high score. Give it to me, baby. And all the pretty girls seem pretty fly for a white guy. Ta-dum, ta-dum, dum, dum. Ta-dum, ta-dum, dum, ta-dum, dum, dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Like I was saying, sorry, ADHD is strong in this one. The midichlorian are strong in by ADHD. That he has a father, he was born by the Force. Like in the prophecy, the one who would bring balance to the hyperactivity. No, I'm the one that gave birth to the guy who's gonna motivate me to become a better part of myself. But for now, we're kind of in a Jedi temple doing something that's unspeakable, and we're following this dude called Palpatine. But I think he's a nice guy. A bit weird. It's a weird laugh. And I know that doesn't seem like he's aging. I know he has poor friends. I know he doesn't feel good about the Senate. I know that none of the things that he's saying are questionable, right? And I of course know that, well, the Jedi Council told me to be careful with him, but the Jedi Council don't let me have a girlfriend, so I'll act pissed off, right? Qui-Gon Jinn knew. Qui-Gon Jinn knew. Qui-Gon Jinn? Qui-Gon Jinn was sort of the, how can I put this calmly? The teacher of the teacher. Nobody else, so you can be free.
Yep, that's.
You are the trailer park. I am the tornado.
Round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Two trailer park boy, two trailer park boy.
Oh, no.
Go rowdy outside, rowdy outside. Realize that you're nice to me, but only in the evening. So I ask if I'm just dreaming. Love you so much, so.
Start tomorrow. Sure?
You leave tomorrow at 3 p.m. No, you said 40S. All you alumni, and I'll pick one small creator to raid. Yep.
No voice. I wish I was a memory, and for your face, it hit me. I'm used to. I actually love this. Again, I'm not trying to talk about the person in question, but sure, she's super nice. But look at this. Follow up. There's no content. Follow what? Follow what? Excuse-moi, frérot.
You have a furry friend.
In my room and miss you all of the time. Myself for the internet just to see what you'd find. I want your things in my room. I miss you all of the time. You make it look so easy.
With Uber, you.
The best thing I've ever seen. Some people make some dumb. Sorry guys, we lose track. You can take my face. Got a big ego. I think a capybara. Thought it was a rat.
Men is actually an easy.
Men are always quick to say I.
Somebody has to stand up.
If you see.
Des gens savent qui c'est.
That's my shit. That's my shit.
Ouais, on a tout fini.
Désolé.
Okay. Ink, you gotta focus, dude. What are you doing? I'm falling asleep. In here, I'm already gone. I wish I missed the memories, but somewhere in the evening. So I ask if I'm just dreaming. I love you so much, so. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is everything. See, as long as I don't touch the phone, I'm good. The second I touch, finished. What is that? What is that? Oh, my neighbors are making noise again. Okay, that was supposed to be a fart, but no, it was something else. It was a bit more liquid than a fart. Oh, ink! Don't talk about that. This is disgusting. I'm gonna talk about what I want. Okay. And if you're not happy, don't care. Okay? Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. I love that. We watched Super Size Me. We watched it on Friday. Today is Monday. So we're back. 55. Remember 55:45? But I wish I'm gonna tell to read this. I know you were nice to me, but somehow in the evening, so I ask if I'm just dreaming. I love you so much, shoulder another. Okay, so now. I love that it's 5 minutes for like an hour video. I love that. Lovely. It's lovely. Oh, I didn't do the copy and paste. 80, everything part 2. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and feed the geese. I'll be right back. Close the video. You son bitch. Feed the geese. Okay, good. Da 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 da. Oh. And we're back. I'm so sorry. Instead of pressing the shit, it was just you and me, nobody else, so we can be free. I keep asking myself, wondering if I'm asking for help. It's only because being with you has opened my eyes. I can never believe such a perfect surprise. All the things she said, running through my head, running through my head. All the things she said, running through my head, running through my head. This is not gonna.
That would be nice.
What would be nice?
To have a smoker. That's a bad dog. I just can't.
Da 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 da. I wish I got a meaning, but I'm asking if I'm just dreaming. I love you so much, so. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. And we're back. I am so sorry. The reality is, I wanted to press the pause button, but I did press the wrong button. So yeah, so like I was saying, I love I love the expression. Yeah, my garbage. See, we do clean. I love the fact that the expression of feeding the geese because it's so silly. Then I grew up hearing the term inky panky, and I'm like, I'm old enough to be doing the inky panky, but I'm not old enough to hear the word, right? And that makes sense. I wanted to make a joke where I was gonna say I'm watching Gang Bang Bukake, but I think it's a bit intense. I'm not gonna say it, but it would have been a funny joke, right? Which means that I just said a joke because I'm explaining to you, so it doesn't feel too much because I didn't say the joke. I'm just explaining the joke that I was gonna do, and I'm expressing remorse about doing the joke. So there you go. What else? Like I'm saying, I didn't even start about my day. My day was fantastic. Before we forget, I have to do a couple of answer. I like doing those answer for take a question as a intro, part of the intro because it's fun. Plus after that, I'm gonna talk about my day, and then I'm gonna go to bed. If I can go to bed at 12:30, I'm gonna be good. I wish I was the misery, but somehow I'm just dreaming. I love you so much, so. And everything is uploading, so that's good. We died. Just you and me, nobody else, so we can be free. So we're gonna go with. I got two comments to answer. T'as même pas répondu, le cave. This voice.
Ouais, on a tout fini.
There's a noise, just the voice.
Ok, c'est bon.
T'as même pas répondu. What a dummy. Okay. So we got two comments to answer. One is from a person. Do you remember me? Because somebody else and I did a small read about it, but basically like last week somebody asked me, "Do you remember me?" And I'm like, "Yes." And I wrote the whole speech, and then somebody, "Hey, well, did you remember me?" Guys, come on, bit more pride, a little bit more pride. And yeah. Can I answer with can I answer with? No, I cannot answer with video. What the heck? What? How can I not answer with videos? Okay, so you can. We can. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm gonna try another comments. Maybe that's better. Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. There you go. Okay. On s'entend comparer. And I have to have like another phone to check it out. Do I have another phone? I believe I do. Just not sure. I don't think I have. Raz, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Okay. Don't blink is your brain. Test for the volume. And here we go, we're good. Don't blink is your brain for controversial. Considering Whoops are having a wonderful day on this very easy 12 o'clock. I'm not sure what I'm saying. I'm about to go sleep. I'm about to go sleep. So, but I wanted to answer comments because why not? This is what we do between friends. So we were entering the beautiful ad. Là, il y a du français, il y a de l'anglophone. On va parler franglais. Thank gosh you didn't speak d'argent because I was gonna be like. So there's two comments, right? The first one is T'inquiète, le groupe d'amis va bien. So that's super good news. That is amazing. The comment is honestly that's a mindset people need. Merci. C'est très gentil. Pourquoi je regarde là? Parce que je suis en train de filmer aussi. Ah. Fait que vidéo pour la vidéo de la vidéo qu'on répond à une autre vidéo. Qui répond aux commentaires de la première vidéo, fait que ça fait, je sais pas. À partir du moment où tu stops de vivre pour le regard des autres et que tu fais ce que tu aimes, everything changes. Facts! Scream it! Scream from the top of your lung. Big facts. Encore, c'est important ce qu'elle dit là. À partir du moment où tu stops de vivre pour les autres, regard des autres, ce que tu fais, ce que tu aimes. C'est tellement un concept qui est simple, c'est tellement un concept qui est. C'est sûr qu'il nous échappe. Je pense que, regarde, je suis pas blâmer le système. I'm not gonna blame education and government, but the second that you're like, hey, you have to follow in line, hey, think about the other people in the class, and of course, doing what you want, doing what you love doesn't necessarily mean like buttering everybody else. But the second you start taking for yourself as an individual and not part of a group, because if you're part of a group, what's the point? Well, it depends. It depends. If you're part of a group of like-minded people, then there is a point. But if you're part of a group where you're constantly battling the fact that you have to deal with this, you have to deal with that, then what's the point? Now, I'm going to be reading the rest of the comment parce que c'est tellement un beau commentaire. Oui, je l'ai vu, je l'ai regardé, bien sûr. Parce que j'étais un gars qui prend attention. Parce que Ad, en passant, Ad, c'est quelqu'un qui me suit depuis des années maintenant. Quelqu'un qui est une personne de qualité, une belle personne. Je pourrais chanter ses louanges pendant des heures et des heures, mais fatigué. On va se passer une belle journée, Ad. Je t'ai même pas demandé, passer une belle journée, comment ça va? Tu profites de ton été? What's going on? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? So now I'm gonna have the exact comments. Si je peux le trouver, bien sûr, parce que j'ai un nombre de likes incroyable. Merci. There you go, I found it. You're so fantastic, Ing. Aw, thank you. No, she didn't say that. She didn't say that. It's okay. Oh man, delighted of the day, dude. I can't wait to go to sleep. Gens qui passent leur temps à se comparer ou à chase le cloud. Oublier de travailler sur eux-mêmes. Mais c'est ça, c'est le vouloir plaire. C'est le vouloir plaire, c'est le vouloir être reconnu, c'est le vouloir être apprécié. Et j'ai un commentaire maintenant. Il y a une semaine, je me plains pas, là, regarde, je suis très reconnaissant. Vous êtes gentil, là, vous êtes des personnes incroyables. J'ai un commentaire. La semaine passée, j'ai un commentaire. Est-ce que ça s'appelle de moi? Là, chez moi, je m'appelle de toi. Là, il va y avoir un commentaire ce soir là, qui dit puis ça s'appelle-tu de moi? Je vais faire quoi? Je réponds à des gens pendant des semaines et des semaines. Est-ce que tu te rappelles de moi? Puis c'est pas important. Là. Le fait que je me rappelle de toi, c'est pas important. Là. Je suis pas. Encore une fois, je me répète, là, mais je suis pas. Je suis pas négatif, je suis positif, mais en même temps, tu sais, j'ai un détachement qui est un petit peu plus. Des personnes de qualité, des personnes avec qui je passe du temps, des personnes qui vaut la peine que je passe du temps avec, versus répondre des commentaires qui sont. Je sais pas. Je sais pas. À the end of the day, l'authenticité sera toujours plus forte que la validation des autres. Wow. Wow. Goosebumps. Non, allergie aux fruits de mer. Je devrais peut-être avoir une épipène. Hein? No, that was awesome. They said again, I said in English. At the end of the day, the authenticity always will be stronger than validation of other people. Came from the heart. Felt that. Honestly, j'apprécie beaucoup parce que c'est des commentaires intelligents, c'est des discussions intelligentes. Tu sais la personne qui est derrière ça. Je sais que t'es une bonne personne, fait que qu'est-ce que tu dis, c'est intéressant. Oh mon dieu. Mon téléphone il vient de fucker. Je sais pas pourquoi. Je ne sais pas pourquoi t'as fait des problèmes. Je sais pas pourquoi tu fais pareil de même. Ça sera pas long, gang, ça sera pas long, ça sera pas long, ça sera pas long, ça sera pas long. J'ai pas de 3 heures. Ouh! J'ai pas de 3 heures de commande. Je suis en train de filmer plein d'affaires là. Je suis en train de filmer plein d'affaires, regarde ça. J'ai perdu un 3 heures que j'ai chassé ça, il fallait pas. Oh, Seigneur. C'est-tu un big deal? Oui, c'est un big deal. Parce que j'avais des records dedans. Sacrement, man. Sacrement, j'ai aussi ça. Mais ça, c'est mort. C'est que c'est bon. Oh, c'est pas grave. Non, mais j'écoute une émission en arrière. J'écoute aussi une émission. J'écoute un live de TikTok. Puis là, je l'aurai pas. Malheureusement. C'est grave, non. Mais encore une fois, j'aurais préféré. C'est des commentaires comme ça que j'adore, mais en même temps, c'est des commentaires qui sont vraiment. Regarde, do you remember me? C'est tellement ridicule. Ça change quoi? Tu sais, tu te détaches, puis t'es comme, ok, bon ben, c'est pas nécessaire ça. Je comprends? Mais maintenant, c'est un peu aux autres, là. Mais pour finir avec ça, je m'excuse si c'est un petit peu. Parce que c'est ça qui me dérange un peu, là. C'est des commentaires comme ça qui sont intéressants, qui sont intelligents, puis des commentaires qui sont un petit peu moins stimulants. Fait que t'es comme, tu sais. Mais en même temps, tu vas être juste, tu veux être pareil avec tout le monde, tu veux la chance à tout le monde. Les gens. Keep doing yourself and keep your content speak for itself. Merci. Sincèrement. Puis la première fois, je t'apprécie beaucoup, puis je pense que t'es vraiment une bonne personne. Puis je suis très très reconnaissant de toi. Je pense que toi aussi, t'es vraiment une belle personne. Puis écoute, c'est sûr dans le monde social, c'est sûr dans le monde parasocial, c'est sûr que tu vas avoir beaucoup de gens. Puis des fois, c'est des bonnes personnes, des fois, c'est pas des bonnes personnes, des fois, c'est plus compliqué. Fait que c'est sûr que c'est pas quelque chose qui est toujours simple à gérer, mais ça vaut la peine d'être géré. Puis en même temps, si t'es content de ce que tu fais, c'est important. Puis comme Ad a dit, le contenu, c'est. Admettons, tu fais du contenu, ok? Puis tu fais du contenu, puis t'es une bonne personne dans la vie de tous les jours, ben le contenu que tu fais va représenter ça. La façon que tu agis dans les lives, la façon que tu agis avec les autres personnes, le genre de messages que tu laisses, le genre de commentaires que tu laisses. Quand tu vas dans un live de quelqu'un, est-ce que tu laisses des commentaires positifs ou tu laisses des commentaires négatifs? Est-ce que tu vas dans des lives pour troller? Est-ce que tu vas dans des lives pour supporter? Est-ce que tu vas dans des lives pour juste profiter du moment? Hey, il y a une chanson que j'aime, qui est importante, qui est intéressante. Je veux en profiter. Quand c'est bon que tu